Hey, Boo.
Hmm?
Sweetie.
What's up, Brooklyn Squad? Yeah, I need to hold on for 1 second because I'm having trouble. We're having trouble streaming to your destinations. I'm gonna wait and see if a few people gonna come in, and then I'm gonna start. And I'm gonna smoke me a cigarette, see if anybody come in, and then I'm gonna start. So if you gotta catch the replay, you just gotta catch the replay, baby. And I got 2 people in the chat. Got 2 people. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ow. Do-do-do-do. Ow. What up, Brooklyn Squad? It's your girl Jay, and I'm back again for another video. How y'all like that? Y'all feeling that energy? Y'all feeling that energy? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Is everything okay? Can you see me? Can you hear me? If you hear me, let me know in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel. You know you want to. Give Brooklyn Squad a chance. Give yourself a chance to grow with us. Also, hit that notification bell so you know when your girl Jay is going to drop another video. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Oh, light is showing. Thumbs up. Okay? We're going to be talking about Daniel Robinson today. Daniel. Yeah, I did some research. I was going to talk about Cody on here, but I need to find out a few more things. So I don't like to come on here and just like give y'all just here's a piece of this and then go find out the rest for yourself. No, or you know what I'm saying, like, nah. But I did talk about Cody a little bit on my podcast. So if you go to my podcast, and matter of fact, I should put my podcast on my post comment. Oh, let me put the link. Now that my boy Stay Dangerous told me how to do this. Okay. So the link is right there. If anybody want to come up with me on the panel, you are welcome to come up. I love when y'all come up here with me. Okay. But before y'all do come up, there's a few things. There's a few things that I want to talk about. Okay, I did write a couple things down. I would love to know who the two people are that's watching me in the bushes. Come on to the front, baby. I don't bite. Come to the front. Show me who you are. Show me who you are. I'm thirsty. I should put my podcast information in the comment section. Yeah, let me do that real quick while I'm waiting for a few more people. If y'all got patience, that would be awesome. Because I know y'all do. Because I know y'all do. So I have my own podcast now, y'all. So please go and listen to Justice for Jelani. Listen to my trailer. Listen to little Cody. And listen. Okay? I really do appreciate that, y'all. I really do. I really do appreciate that. So what's up, y'all? Like, what's going on? Tell me who's in the bushes before I get started. I want to know who's in the bushes. I'm gonna do some shout outs. Like, what's going on? Why y'all hiding? Don't hide. Come forward. Come forward. So I'm pretty sure y'all aware of Daniel, right? Daniel Robinson. Um, wow. It's sad that a lot of people are going missing. You know, I can't even say runaway. I can't even say runaway. Are going missing. And there are a lot of black kids going missing. And I'm sure, okay, Caucasians and Chinese and Europeans and Mexicans, and yeah, a lot of people are going missing, but the majority is blacks. Sorry, that's just what it is. And it's really sad. It's sad when anybody go missing. First of all, I mean, I'm not prejudiced, what I'm saying, because I got a little bit of, what I'm saying, occasion in me. Cherokee. My grandmother was Cherokee and my grandfather was white. So I'm definitely not prejudiced. But it's sad when anybody goes missing. It really is. And it's really sad when the cops don't do their damn job and help the parent. And that's why I want to talk about Daniel Robinson. Daniel Robinson's father, I wrote a lot of stuff down, guys. I wrote a lot of stuff down. Oh, his father has a YouTube page, which I think is brilliant because we get out the news probably before the freaking cops or the news reporters or anybody could really get it out like that. You know what I'm saying? So his dad is definitely on point with it. Kudos to him. Like he got that YouTube page, and so people are watching and go to him and subscribe. Listen. I'm trying to remember his dad's name. I want to say David. No, probably not. Y'all remember? Y'all know his father's name? Well, let's look it up. Because I don't just want to say Mr. or him, or, you know what I mean? That's just rude. I think that's rude. But today is his father's birthday. Oh, I believe he's a Capricorn like me. His birthday is January 14th. Wow. Hmm. It's weird when I want to know when I want to do something, my phone is acting up now. See what I'm saying? The disrespect. The disrespect. Shame, y'all. Damn shame. And none of y'all don't know his father's name. That's what y'all trying to tell me. Okay. Well, we're gonna find out. We definitely gonna find out. Oh, you know what? I know exactly how I can find out. By his YouTube page. They test the salt. No. David, that's his name. Now, my fiance's name is Dave, so how the hell could I forget that? But didn't I say David at first? And I was like, no, I don't think so. See? They say always stick that gut right there. That's telling you, yeah, that's it. That's what you stick by. All right, I'm not gonna be on here forever, y'all. I'm gonna run some stuff down as I'm exhausted, y'all. I've been up since 2 this morning. Okay, so like, yeah, I'm very tired. Okay. These cases, I don't sleep really. One person said bye bye, but they didn't say bye bye. They just bounced. I really don't sleep, and yeah. So really don't sleep, and oh, it's Miss V. Make it go viral. Hi. Hey, Miss V in the house. Make it go viral. Ow. You want to come up here with me? Come on up. I put the. I put the little thing. I put in the comments. Come up on the panel. Want to come and join me? Rock with you. Okay. It's hot. I gotta put the fan on, y'all. Give me a second. All right, we got 3 people now. Damn, my damn cigarette. Oh. The light seems better. You know something? The light seems better in my room than when I use it out there. But that's because I only use one light out there over the weekend when I was out there with y'all in my dining room. I got 2 of my lights in here, plus my lamp. So we're gonna wait till Ms. V make it go viral, come up here. I'm so glad she's here because she know more about this case than I do. Or is it I know she's doing the little Cody. I'm pretty sure she know more about this one too. But I wrote a bunch of stuff down also, so I'm really glad she's here. Somebody go get Stay Dangerous. He probably busy. He was supposed to go live yesterday. I don't know what happened. I was waiting. I was waiting for him to go live. I was waiting. Baby, baby, baby. We got 3 people. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Let me see where you at. Get out the bushes and come on down. Get out the bushes and come on down. Yeah, I keep losing weight. I think this is a blessing. I'm so happy. So happy. But then again, I am drinking a thing of Pepsi today because I had me a slice of pizza. Now, let me tell y'all something. I usually don't eat pizza and stuff like that. Okay. But I just needed a slice with extra cheese. And nothing goes better with pizza than that good old Pepsi. Shit, I deserve it. I lost like 15, 20 pounds. Shit, give me a break. I usually just drink water. Y'all see me, I drink water, 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 water. But today's soda, so hey. My soda's getting warm. We're gonna wait for Miss Vidi. She's gonna join us on the panel. If anybody else wants to come up on the panel, the link is right there. Come on up, y'all. Stop playing and come on up. I should go get a water right before I start, right? I'll be right back, y'all. Let me go get me an ice cold water. Hold the set down, y'all. Y'all got this? Hold shit down, all right? All right. Yeah, ice water. What, babe, I'm not live. What is it? What? Okay, good night, baby. Okay. All right, go ahead. I'm back, y'all. All right. Okay, there she go.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, beautiful.
Oh, thank you. How you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm tired as hell, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Girl, I'm tired of being tired. Look, I ain't tired. I've been laying around sleeping. Oh,
Oh,
hold on. Hold on. I got
okay.
something planned. Let me shut something down.
Okay.
Okay. Did you hear that echoing?
A teeny bit, not really though.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay, hold on, let me see.
It don't. It's not no
All
more
right.
though. You
Yeah, I
good?
closed it down.
Uh, I've
Yeah,
been up to
so go
what's.
ahead.
Oh, I'm no. I'm just like tired as heck, man. I got up at 2 this morning, and then went back to sleep at 3, and then I had to get up at 5 for an early appointment for 6. I'm just like,
Yeah, I did the same thing almost. I think I woke up around 2 or 3, and I end up going back to sleep around 7. So I just been like chilling, not doing a whole lot, trying to stay focused, trying to get refocused here. So I
yeah.
actually had messaged you on IG to ask you if you wanted to do a live together today.
You did?
I
I look,
did.
and look, here we are.
I know, but listen, I
That's
wasn't
funny. You know
even
God work.
I was gonna like get dressed and stuff. I ain't girl. I'm still in the bed. I'm like, yeah, you know what's going on. So
It's all good. Yeah, I know. But we're here.
yeah,
So listen,
we here, and I appreciate you.
I
Just
appreciate you
want you to
too.
know that.
I appreciate you too. I've been checking on you.
I
I sure
know.
have.
Yeah, I
Stay
appreciate.
Stay Dangerous was supposed to do a live last night.
Was he?
Yeah, he called me
He
and
go on too late. I be knocked out at like 10:30. Ain't that around? He go late like that, don't
yeah.
he?
Well, he said yesterday he said he was gonna go because he didn't plan on it really, but then he wanted to show us a few things, you know. So he said,
Mhm.
"All right, when I get off the phone with the not the phone, but what you call that the
Computer.
no the Instagram when you could see each other."
Oh, okay. Yeah. The
Yeah, once I
DM.
get off with you, he was gonna eat something and go live. So he said the latest would be 8:30. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, yeah, I know I gotta get up early, but I really want to see this live. He ain't never go live. I was waiting and waiting.
You know what? He must have started doing something, got caught
Hmm.
up. But I did the last time he went live and you let me know. I did go over there and catch some of that. I gotta go watch the rest of it. I kind of forgot about it, but I did watch a little because you guys
Oh,
told
you
me about
did?
it.
Yeah, I sent you
Yeah.
the thing. That's the time I fell asleep.
Excuse me.
When
I know. I was just about to say that. That's the day you went to sleep before it came
I
on.
know. I fell asleep with the phone in my face, and I was just, oh my gosh. But he didn't go live. I don't know what happened. Maybe his artist, maybe he had to do something with his artist or something. But
Yeah. So
whew,
what got you into Daniel's case? Did you just find out about Daniel or
Daniel, I seen a teeny bit here and there, but I
mhm.
was just so focused during the Jelani day.
Yes.
That case just grabbed my heart, and I can't let it go. I can't do nothing else.
Me
I
either.
breathe and
I
eat and
love that.
sleep that.
I love Jelani and Carmen, man. They need our
Yeah.
help.
It's like we
But
want to talk about other things, right? And because talk, crime is true crime. You know what I mean? Like it's anybody, everything. But then it's like Jelani Day come on. It's just I don't know. It just grabs my heart.
yeah.
But I was like, there's no updates on it. There's no
Mhm.
updates on Jelani or anything. And one of my subscribers hit me up and was like, I really need you to take a look at this. And they also told me to look at Cody. So
Okay.
I was like, all right. I was like, let me take a look at it. And then his dad has a YouTube channel. I thought that was
Right.
brilliant.
Yes.
That is so smart because this news on YouTube get out there more better than the newscast people and the police.
Yeah, and so I know some people that's working with the dad closely. One of my
Mm,
ex team members, they work with him very closely actually. And then another content creator that I'm close to, he works with him as well. So
good.
I've already asked them if it would be okay to play his videos. We could pull up a video, like if you want to explain you want people to know about the case.
Yeah,
I know that his dad don't mind us sharing this video. So
right. Okay, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I heard his dad say on this because I was looking at one. Today's his birthday actually.
oh, is it
His
today?
father's
Oh, you
birthday.
were. Oh, it's his dad. Oh, that's right. Because
Yeah,
Daniel's birthday was in January, I think. January
yeah.
14th. I want to
14th.
say. Yeah.
Isn't he a Capricorn like us?
Yeah.
Is that
Yep.
Capricorn? Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because mine. What day is yours?
January 5th.
5th, and I'm the 12th.
Look at that
That's
Capricorn.
Capricorn
Yeah.
all day. Yeah.
Yes. I should play that number. Shoot.
114 or
Yes.
oh, okay. Yeah, those I used to play
Right.
112 all the time. I used to work at a
Well,
carryout and run the
my
lottery machine.
yours is the 12th, mine's is the 5th, and his is the 14th. How can I do that?
Do
Let me
what?
see. Play because your birthday's the 12th, mine's is the 5th, and Daniel's is the 14th.
See, when I
So,
play, well, I don't play them no more, but when I used to play like double digit numbers, when I would play my birthday, I used to always play a wheel. So you play it every way that it come. It only come three
mm-hmm.
different ways. So
Mm,
it would only be a dollar. It just depends on how much you want to play it for. But
right.
actually, when you play it will, you would just play it for like 50 cents or a dollar, so you can get it straight either way it come.
That's why I used to do it. Like a
Yeah,
dollar, it goes either or. But I don't really play numbers. I play the little dollar scratch offs.
yeah. I don't do nothing
Right.
no more. I used to go to the casino. I had started going to the casino. Woo, that was a little bit too much fun, and it was expensive fun. I was like, listen, I'm out of this place. I'm not. No, no.
That's a wrap, right?
And it was so much fun though. No, it wasn't a rap like that. It was something that I was indulged in for like a year or
Oh,
two.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yes. It was
You was like,
yes. I
I
used to
would love to go
win
to the
all the
casino.
time. It's
Yeah.
fun, but it's not fun when you start to get addicted to it and
Mm,
when you make it your thing that you do in your spare time when you bored,
right.
that is the wrong thing to do. Because when I tell you it was so fun, like you can hear the joy in my voice. But one time I knew I knew I had it. bad when I went in there one time and spent $1,500.
Ooh,
Yes,
ooh,
and
baby.
I did not win that day. It was other times I would leave out with $2,000, $3,000. Like
Okay.
I used to always get on the machines that like give you a lot of free spins. And
Yeah.
one time I did that and I got like 4,000 spins. Oh my god.
Whoa. That's a
Yes,
lot.
and it kept on going and kept on going and kept on going.
That's
And
like half the night, right? All night.
oh yeah, that was all night. It
That's
was all
fun.
night. And I used to pull up I used to work a 12-hour shift at work and pull a
Ooh.
12-hour shift at the dang casino, girl.
Oh
Yeah,
boy,
I had
that's a
to
long
get out of
night.
there though. I don't go
Yeah,
nope.
yeah, yeah. You had to.
I
You got. Yeah.
I
I'm going to out there no more.
I signed myself out in 2018 and I ain't looked back.
Would you say you signed yourself out?
I did. Look, look, it's so
I'm done.
bad. And I don't care. I'm just being honest, damn it.
It's
Listen.
so funny though the way I
I had
signed
to sign
myself out.
I had to
That,
sign myself out of there because look, once you
oh
sign
god.
yourself out, if you get caught on their property, they will arrest you.
Are
So
you serious? Oh my
that's
goodness.
so I said, hey, I ain't
That's
built
too
for
funny.
prison and or jail, so I'm gonna stay up out of that place. But
That is
it
too
woo, it had
funny.
me captivated for a couple years. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
my story.
God. It is too funny. My sponsor takes his mother there a lot too. He sits in the car. She's old though,
Oh,
so
it's that's where they
she
hang
likes to
out
go
at.
in there.
They ain't at the malls walking no more in
No.
easy spirit shoes. They at the damn
Mm-mm.
casino.
Yeah, right at the casino. He sit in the car, do his NA work, and he'll go in there in a few hours and get them. And that's her little thing. So I was
Hey,
like,
can the
all right,
5 people watching hit that thumbs up for your girl Brooklyn Squad?
thank you. Hit them thumbs up, y'all. I
I
appreciate
see
it.
'em.
I can't see no. I don't know who's here.
I know it's just people watching, and it's probably newer people that's just watching
Okay.
and not your normal. Cause your squad would have said something
Oh,
to you. So these is
oh,
just
big
some
time.
people that
That's just
you know.
watching in the
Hmm.
bushes. They say the bushes.
Yeah.
Come down from the bushes.
Come down and smash that thumbs up. Well, we got three now.
Yes.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
So did you want to pull
Let's
up a
yeah,
video of Daniel
yes.
Robinson?
Let's
What
get into it.
what you want me to
Now,
pull up?
okay, so you know about this. You know about the case, right?
I don't know about the case. One of my
Okay.
team members was into this case and I was into Jelani. So
Mhm,
I am subscribed to the dad's channel. I have
mhm.
been in there when he's talking and stuff and giving
Okay,
updates. So I but
cool.
I never really dug into it. I know that it's some BS. I do know some things about
Hmm.
it, but
I wrote
just how the police handled him and everything.
a bunch of stuff down.
Oh, okay. You probably yeah,
Hmm.
we
Yeah,
probably equal.
yeah. I wrote some stuff down.
But I
Let's get into
feel
the
bad
video.
for him. I
I
really
do
feel
too.
bad for the dad.
I
So
do
what
too.
video do you want me to pull up?
Anyone you want to put up? Because I haven't checked the videos out like that. Just a few here and there.
Oh, okay.
But
So we
I'm
wanted
I'm new at this too, so I don't know. I just
okay.
looked at I heard a couple of things that his dad was saying when I went to I looked at two
There goes Stay Dangerous up in here. What's up,
video
my
a
dude?
day
He said
when
I'm
I
here
came
and
home.
yes, my
Hey,
artist
stay
dad. So
dangerous.
and we made pretty good bread. That's what's up. Oh yes, ma'am. We
Oh
did
yeah,
true
oh
talk.
yes. I knew it.
I'm
What I
here though.
said.
What's up, Stay Dangerous? It's always good to see you.
Yes, it is. What
The
is going
king, he the
on?
king of Jelani.
Yes.
Jelani case.
Yes. Yes. The king of Jelani.
I
You want to
mean,
come
cause
up,
he
stay dangerous?
listen here, he came with the fire when he got those guys up there.
Ooh,
That's when I
yes.
came in contact with him. So
Ooh. Mm. I talked about y'all on my podcast today, actually, if
did
y'all
you?
don't mind. And sure did give y'all shout outs. You want to stay
Oh,
dangerous?
thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
sure did.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay. So do you want me to pull up his dad's video or do you want me to pull up a news article explaining the case?
Yeah, let's do that first.
Okay. So I'll queue up a few.
Okay.
He said, "Absolutely, I'm honored. I'm honored too. Especially with
Mhm.
things that's happening, I really appreciate the ones that's genuine." Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna be quiet for a minute because I'm gonna go look for these videos. I'm gonna be on
Okay.
another side of the screen, so I'm
Okay.
gonna hit mute.
Okay. Okay. Hey, stay dangerous. You gonna come on up? Oh, wait. Did this you? No, that's Miss V. You want to come up? We're talking about Daniel Robinson, and Daniel lives in Arizona. Yeah, y'all, Arizona. I'm so not familiar with Arizona. I need to make me a trailer, and I need your price. Oh, she be back. She's going to get Daniel's video and stuff. We're gonna talk about Daniel today. Daniel lived in Arizona. I'm so not familiar with Arizona, guys. Know nothing about Arizona, but that's where Daniel had lived at, and that's where he was working at out there. And we're going to get into this because I think this is some foul bull crap going on. And it's so weird because certain things remind me of the Jelani Day case. And we got to stay dangerous up in the house, y'all. Let's bring him up. Let me see. Did it go? There you go.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm in here. How y'all doing? I heard you when you said, "I look, I be tuning in every time you go live."
Uh,
Even though I'm not much of a, I heard what you said a while ago when you said, once you got wind of Jelani's story, it's kind of hard to talk about anything else.
yeah.
So like I told y'all some months back, I'm very strategic when I have my shows. I like I like making sure like the artist, my favorite artist birthdays, my artist birthdays, uh different shows that I have planned. I had to put back a lot of shows. I had to kind of rearrange
Mm.
how I was gonna drop my video. I can say this: I got at least a year worth of videos that I could drop on just things, not even that necessarily are going on, like the Jelani Day case or
Mm-hmm.
like Daniel, like you're speaking about. I
Yeah.
didn't even really have too much knowledge. I've researched so much of Jelani Day's case and so much of what he went through. I don't even he,
Let me cut this down a little. Let me see.
yeah, give me a sec.
God, oh, that's okay.
But I don't research so much of that stuff to where when anything else came up, um, and I know it may sound a little selfish, but when something came
Yeah.
up and it's involving our black people,
Mm-hmm.
involving our culture, involving our race, I was dedicated to speak on Jelani, not just because he was in my race, because of all the things that have came against Miss Carmen, and I feel that
Mm.
she felt that she was in it alone, and I just wanted her to know that none of us are truly alone on this universe, on this planet. We all have each other to look to for help when we allow people to know that, because sometimes people you don't tell people that, so they don't know that they can call on you and look to you for anything. And I can say that there have been people that has sent me things as far as emails stating things that they went through or family members have went through, and they asked me to speak on. And I do have to tell and inform my community at the Stay Dangerous Show that some of the things that they be wanting me to speak on are not the things that I'm aligned with. How can I say that? If it's something that my spirits bring me, if I read an article or see a video or watching the news and I see a situation and it brings me to a certain place in my spirits, then my spirits will not allow me not to speak up. And I do feel like we all have our own platform so we can do just that. And like it's hard for me to bring Miss Brooklyn to the Stay Dangerous Show unless I got Miss Brooklyn on the Stay Dangerous Show. Feel me? So like a
Right.
lot of times, like when I come to your show, it don't be coming to talk about nothing that I'm talking about on my show or none of that, unless you are talking about something that you piggybacking or that you have been speaking on, like Jelani.
Right.
So I didn't even have any knowledge of Daniel, but I've seen a few things about it, but I kind
Mm.
of overlooked it because so much of my
Mm.
space and my potential and my time is devoted towards Jelani. And I
Yep.
kind of like had it in my head like I can move forward with other things because it's our platform. When
Right.
Jelani's day, when Jelani case has some type of closure, even if they close out the case and close it, make it as a cold case and put it as something that they always talk about. But I don't think that that's gonna happen with this case. Jelani's case may have been 6 months and some time now, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna happen. That case is gonna get solved. They are close to knowing something. I actually read what you sent me last night, and I saw what Miss Day posted, and I do
Mhm.
feel that they have some type of information, and
Mhm.
and they are close to justice, and they would not say that if they wasn't,
There
because
you go.
all this time, she has never said anything like that. All of
Right.
this time.
Yeah.
So
You
for her to say that is
mm-hmm.
speaking volume. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something going on. That's why she haven't updated us. Maybe it dawned on her, and maybe it's something that's been bothering her spirits as well, and she just didn't say anything about it. And it could be theories that come from us.
Hey,
They
Stay
don't. They,
Dangerous. Let me jump
hey, how
on
you
in here.
doing?
I'm doing good.
Did you get
There she go.
did you
What you
I'm
say?
did you get
Oh,
my messages?
yeah, right here in the chat.
Yeah, I
Hey, I
Mhm.
read
got
you. Like
you. We had spoke
I
for
love
a
your work.
second. Do you?
I love your work.
Oh,
I have to incorporate your work into whatever I'm doing. I just love
aw.
your drive. I love Brooklyn
Mhm.
Squad drive. Like, look what she said. Miss Brooklyn said, Jasmine straight up said she had to get up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. She woke up around that time and then she went back to sleep. And then she had to get right up at 5 to be at an appointment at 6. And
Oh,
you
you
had to
heard
do
me.
something similar to that. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
now y'all still devoted to y'all craft as far as y'all platform. And
yeah.
I see your devotion. I see your subscribers growing. But the one thing that I see that I can say, Miss V, please, like I don't know what's going on. Like I said the other day when I tapped into your live and I seen the
Yes,
messy stuff going on,
yeah.
I don't see that being a good direction for anybody's platform
It's
because
not.
even though mess sell. Now, but the thing is, once people get that wind of that's what's going on, they don't want to be a part of that all the time. So you have some people that grow people because of it, and then you have people that do lose. But I didn't see no loss come from it. But I
No.
just feel like you bigger than them people. You bigger than them people. If it's I don't like incorporating people into my platform. If it's something we're doing together on and we're working on everybody's platform separately, that's one thing. But to try to embark my platform with your mess, and I'm gonna tell you what's been going on with me. The same things like Brandon, Monica, all those guys, they've been tapping into every live. Now what they
Ooh.
did, they created fake profiles. See what
Oh
I do?
shoot.
I try to customize myself to knowing my community and knowing my commenters and
Okay.
knowing the people that's watching me.
Wow.
And the thing is, they created fake profiles and they are uh what you call it infiltrating. They are infiltrating through comments because I don't have it set up like Miss B. You got to set up where only subscribers can come
Right.
in your comment. And I see why you did it like that, Miss B. I do. I see why you did it like that because at the end of the day, they can still be subscribed to your channel and be out to your channel at the same time.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people are
Mhm.
jealous of the things that you acquire that they can't. And
Yep.
they needed you at some point, and now they
That's
feel
what I
like they
was
don't
going
need you
through,
anymore.
Stay Dangerous. That's what it was. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you just
Yeah.
hit it on the head. That's absolutely what it is. And so I had 5 people going live on me. I had to defend myself. And today I made the decision that I'm done. And that's why I'm over here with Brooklyn because I'm trying to get refocused because
Well,
I got
I
hurt.
can help
I
with
got
that.
wounded.
I
I
can
got hurt.
definitely help with
Okay.
that. I can definitely help, and I
Yeah.
know it
I
hurts,
need
and
both of
I
y'all.
heard it in your voice. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
when I saw your live, forget hearing it in your voice. I saw it in your face. I saw it in
Yeah.
your face.
Mm.
You were frustrated. It was something
Mhm.
that mentally that you didn't really want to deal
Mhm.
with. But I can also say this too, though. You strong, and you're gonna make it through this process. Is everything has to happen for a reason? Because I'm gonna tell you why. When those people needed you and you were there for them, and you did what you did for them, God sit high and He looked low, and He saw that you did that from a space of wanting to be there and wanting to help. And when people feel like they don't need you no more, or you're replaceable, like for instance, like that song "Irreplaceable" by Beyonce. She really
Mhm.
telling
Yeah.
her dude, "Look, man, you irreplaceable. Like you can be replaced with the next thing. Like
That's right.
and anytime that next thing come on, and they could have been trying to get close to you for a man. You feel me?
Mhm.
Because
Oh
they like
yeah.
your relationship with that person. I peep game well. I peep game
Mhm.
well, but
Yeah.
you gave them too much. It's almost like a female that run and tell her friends that her boyfriend got some good things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gave them too much of my skills, too much of my time. I definitely have to move different, but it's funny. I mean, I need to listen more to you because even though at first, when you first spoke, I thought you didn't know anything really about what's going on, but you see the
And I did.
betrayal.
I
But
didn't, but I read in between the lines well,
yeah,
and that's why I told you
I
with
know
Brandon Monaco
everything
and those
now.
guys. I'm gonna tell y'all first on the show. I'm gonna let it out on this show about Jelani. Even though I know that Miss Jasmine is speaking on Daniel and whoever that Daniel is, if he's passed away or whatever, rest in peace. I haven't had much time to look into his story, so I don't want to disrespect your actual description and what you're talking about.
No, you
But I can
good.
say no, I can say honestly that I like the direction that your channel was taking. I like the
Thank
fact
you.
that you and Miss B have a relationship and y'all both Capricorn women. But
Yeah.
I can say this. I apologize. I want to say this. If Brandon Monaco and those guys are watching, I apologize for feeling like you guys had something to do with Jelani. But I do not apologize for what you guys seen that you cannot say. So so sometimes people are guilty by omission. It's like knowing the truth and not saying it. So you feel like you're not lying because you just didn't say the truth because you knew it. And a lot of times lying by omission is one of the worstest ways that you can lie. It's almost like you knew this guy did something to me. You saw it, but then you said, well, as long as I don't say nothing to him, I'm not lying. Yeah, you're lying. If you're in my life and you feel like I need to know something
Can you
and
pull
you
it up,
came to my
Jazz?
channel,
Jazz, you
huh?
see the video? I just want Jazz to pull up that video. It's at the
Oh,
bottom of
okay.
your screen, and then
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, so Mr. Daniel Robinson. But yeah, I just feel like I owe those guys an apology for feeling like they had something to do with it. But when you see something and you don't report what you saw, you just as guilty as the people who did it in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like whatever Miss Datum know, they're getting ready to drop a bomb on the world that
Woo.
nobody expected. And it's coming.
Mhm.
It's coming.
And I
It's
can't
coming.
Mhm.
wait.
That's why she been quiet. See,
Mhm.
queens don't speak out if they don't have to. And that's why I was telling Miss
Cannot
V,
wait.
you are a queen, Miss V. And anybody that don't look at you and see you as the queen that you are, they wasn't meant for you in the first place. A lot of times we bring people that in our life that's supposed to only be there for a season or not even a whole season. You know,
Yeah.
so even though you feel like you lost, you really won. Because look at it, it could have been years went by and you had those same snakes around or those
Can I tell
same.
you something? I know that I won. I know that I won, and I just want you to know that chick was around for 42 days. It took 42 days. This was her plan from the start, and God has shown me everything. That's why I said I gotta let it go now. But I'm go ahead. I'm listening. I just had to say
Yeah,
that. I know that it's a
yeah,
win for me because the
yeah,
talent
and,
goes to me.
and
I mean,
I
Boss
tell my
Man,
kids
the other
this.
guy is talented too. That was the what they was banking on. But that's
Yeah,
yeah, it was totally for that reason. So you see it.
yeah,
Everything you saying is the truth.
Mhm.
Except for I don't
crazy.
feel like I'm at a loss. I just felt like I had to defend myself because I had 5 people doing live streams on me. That's a lot. So I
Yeah, I
had to
mean,
put out
Yeah.
but you
what
got
needed to
but you
be put
got to
out.
look at it though. You got to look at it like they say. When you had 5 people hating on you like that, that means you was doing something right from the very start. Because when people stop talking about you is when you should
Something's
worry.
wrong.
But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, like had you had 5 people worried about what you were doing or speaking on you, then that means you at the top of your game and you doing something right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I
They
need
hating
to
on you
have
because
more talks with
they
you.
can't get like you. Man, your content is dope. Then the stuff that you
Mhm.
got, it's like I'm not envious of you. Well, what's the word of? I'm happy for you because I like your content. I like the things
Mhm.
that you create. I like your intro. Like I like a lot of things that I
This is
wouldn't take the
dope.
time out to do. I don't
Yeah.
have the time to do it. And then it seems like every time I say I'm gonna do something for my YouTube, here my artists need to go to the studio, and I have to be there. I have to sign off on it. I have to pay for the studio. I have to produce these songs. I have to sit there and make sure that these guys are doing everything step by step the way our company's supposed to do it. I'm gonna be $1 million producer and a YouTuber. So I'm
Let me
still on
ask you
YouTube.
this. let me ask you this. So I know you want me to make you calling it a trailer, but do you need mean an intro?
I mean, yeah, I like the intros. Yes, ma'am. I like the
Yeah.
intros, and I haven't
So
had the time to do it, and I haven't had the time to really orchestrate how I would like my intro to be. But I just say, you know what, I'm gonna let somebody else be the creator of that, and I'll just, be happy for that because I haven't had the time to do it. Every time I sit down, I got a new Apple computer, and every time I sit down, I haven't touched it in months, and and it's like it's frustrating because I see myself doing all the things that I need to do.
well, that's a wow, a whole computer. And you know what I do? I do all of my stuff on my Android phone. I do all my editing on that. I've never
Oh
used a
Well,
wow.
see, the way
I,
I trained myself from the very beginning, everything was done by laptop and computer. So
right.
when I got to the phone, it was a little bit more difficult to me on the phone because I was used
Hmm.
to doing everything on the computer and the laptop.
Yep.
And they have somewhat of a different mechanism when you run it a little bit different.
Yeah.
Same app, different way. And then so a lot of
At
times
least
I
I'm
don't really
trying
have
to
the
make
time
this
for it.
big. Hold on. Yeah.
We got a
Bigger.
single
Big.
about to be dropped called Big Bad, and my artist finna drop this.
Now from
I
number
got three
19, it's
artists that
been
I'm
nearly
dealing with.
9 months since Daniel Robinson
Oh, hold
vanished
on,
into the
hold on.
Buckeye
Hey,
Desert.
speaking of your artist, that's what I wanted to ask you because I wanted to ask you if you have music you can send me so I could put it in your intro.
Oh, that would be dope.
Nah, I actually do, but I actually got my producer to make my own song for my YouTube
Hmm.
introduction. So I do have three songs that he's emailed me. Every time he get finished with one, he emailed me and I just send him his money. And like I said, and so I got three songs that I'm gonna incorporate that I can actually play while I'm talking as well, while I'm doing voiceovers or whatever. And I just haven't opened it up
So
and
do you have
saved it
you
to.
have intros? I mean, like intros with no music, no, I mean lyrics.
Yeah,
Just
I have
asking.
intros with no lyrics. Yeah, I didn't really want to put no lyrics to it out,
So
from
do you
through other
want to send
artists.
it to me to add it to your intro? I'm just trying to
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yeah.
I got one of
Okay.
three that I sent to you as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I sent. Yeah, I have actually one of three that I love. One of them he got one of them in my producer is saying the Stay Dangerous show on one of it through some of the song, and I don't like it. It sounds too no. So I'm gonna tell him re-invert it, but I got one that I love that I fell in love with. I'm gonna send it to you. And I was
Okay.
actually gonna write a song for my own intro myself because I write as well. And like I said, I produce music, and these guys take my word for it. Then they get on stage and perform these songs. Last night, my artist had a performance, and I think he made one of my artists made 3,500, and the other one made 6,000
Wow.
because he performed a little bit longer than the other artist. He has more music than one of my other artists. So I tell them all the time, if you want to perform on stages and you want to get your show money up, you got to show these people that you have the content. Some of these promoters call me and say, "Hey, we need 4 hours of material," and I got some artists that only got like 6 songs, and that is not 4 hours of material. So I have to incorporate the other artists to give them the full show, and that's what happened last night. I had to have all three of my artists on stage performing, and I got a female artist as well, and she don't move unless I go with her. So like she don't trust nobody. These people are so
She
she's
shouldn't.
so doomed. I mean, she got it bad like us. This girl would not go in the studio unless my girl is right next to her. So I have people that have to show up with me in these places and be in these certain places because some of my artists don't move unless they got the whole team with them. And I got security. I got four Harris County Police Department officers that's at my disposal when I go have these shows for my security. But I don't trust them.
You
I
don't
don't
trust
trust them.
security?
I'll be scared to call the police to come protect me because the police ain't never protected too many black people, as far as I know.
Right.
So, so my artists be the law men that I have be calling me like, hey, we saw you had a show the other night and you didn't use us. What's going on? Like you don't want to use us no more? And I just have so much anxiety calling a white man to come protect me when I got gangsters that walk with me everywhere I go and they'll blow your bread. I mean, they'll like blow you away from me if you try to come play with. I mean, it's been embedded in their head. When I hire security, I let them know if you can't protect me, you can't protect yourself. Because if
Mhm.
somebody try to come charge me, they really disrespecting you because you got on security shirt. So if you let
Right.
them get past you to get to me, then you don't need a job, buddy. So I make sure that my security is paid good. And like when we go somewhere, they pull out with me. Like literally. Like when I'm asleep, I got dudes watching my house while I'm asleep. And I don't even ask for that. But that's the type of job that they decided to do for me. So I can't take that away. It's like having soldiers and you don't use. You have to learn how to utilize the people that's around you. And if gangsters love you, why not utilize? Because those are the ones who you're gonna have to see if you decide you want to come mess with me. And I'm just telling you. And I try to warn people. And then when they get their butt whooped, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I told you that you can't just walk up on me like that. I told you I'm a boss. I told you I do a lot. I told you I'm not just a YouTuber that my people will whoop your ass. Like for real. Like I'm dead serious. And then when it happened, like it did last night, of course, you know, every now and then I gotta call some stuff and tell people because people don't look at me like a boss. I'm a little short black dude. You know, I'm not 6 foot. I'm not a tall dude. So you got dudes that'll step on your shoes and don't think that security finna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't play. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Libra mixed together. I'm half and
Oh
half or
my
whatever you want to
God,
call it.
Lord Jesus, you a Scorpio? Oh,
And I've learned I learned how to grow into my skin as that. You know, like I'm a boss, y'all. I can't help it. I've been there. And you know, somebody told me, this white lady told me a long time ago. She said, "You know, you are what you keep telling yourself and your friends that you are." And since I was born, I've been a boss. Since I came out the womb, I've been
oh my
boss. So
God.
you know,
Boy, listen here.
like yo, and I have a real team, dog. I do, y'all. I swear, and I thank God for my security. I told
Praise
y'all,
God.
my security's motto is let us make it so we can let you make it. And that's my security's motto. That's if you ever in
I like
public and you
that.
see that on the back of a security guard shirt, you know that Stay Dangerous so security.
Wait,
Because
what
we
it say
licensed it.
again?
It said let us make it so we can let you make it. And that's what it says right under Stay Dangerous so security. Yeah.
I like that.
I'm serious. I'm
Wow,
dead serious.
pretty amazing.
You know, and I thank God for letting me fill into these shoes because I started with one artist. Now I have 4 and all of them making money. I can sit back and just enjoy my life. Like we've been planning trips, but I don't like man-made stuff. So like last time we went to Atlanta, we drove. And I'll never do that again. I'll never, ever, ever, ever drive anywhere else again in my life like that. That's the worstest thing I ever did, driving to Atlanta.
Really? Why was it? What happened?
I'm just not a car dog. I'm not the one. We got to
Oh,
stop 50, 11 times. I'm not the one
oh,
that
wait a minute. I
I
thought you
don't like,
wasn't driving. I remember talking about that. You was like, nah, you was gonna get a something. I thought no, I think you was talking about the sleeping arrangements because I was like, you gonna get an Airbnb? You was like, nope, I ain't doing that. But okay.
we don't do Airbnb at all. I learned a lesson a long time ago. I just go straight to the nicest room I can and then I sit my butt down. But a lot of times, like when we go somewhere, we be having like people that got mansions and stuff like that. They be wanting us to show up and I'll go for a little bit, but I'll be so uncomfortable because that's not my way of life. Like I'm a simple man. And you know, I just try to keep it very simple. But my security is like they don't let me move too much without them because like I said, I designed the team and I pick my security. I handpick my security. And like I said, I have police officers that actually are part of my security team, but I don't trust them. I don't trust this white man to protect me if somebody rolled up on me and wanted to blast me or something. I don't trust the fact that he will protect me. I think he'll get out the way and let him because he want to go home at night to his family. You know, but I got some gangsters that don't care about that. These guys wake up to die. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that in a bad way, but you got to have some type of protection that don't kill. These guys silent. You know, and that's why I speak the way I speak. That's how I know I'm strong. I know you can't mess with me. I know you can't. And everybody can be touched, but you got to get through me after that. Say you get through 5 security members. You still got to get through me. Yeah. I'm just not gonna be letting nobody do nothing to me. But you know, I'm not even that type of person. But I can say that they do hate when we get into these places and we don't have to stand in line. When we get into these places and we don't have to call to make reservations. When we get there, it can be 200 people at the door. We get in through the back. You know, it's a lot of pet peeves. I mean, a lot of perks should I say, that come with being a manager for a successful artist. And I thank God for that because it gives me the chance to come to my YouTube community and come full circle with the things that I want to talk about on my channel. So,
That's awesome. Yes.
Heck yeah.
do I have your email address, though, Miss V?
Hit me on IG. That's how I communicate. But
Okay,
I mean, I can give
yeah.
you my
Okay,
if
no,
you send me
I'll send it to you on IG. I just be
yeah.
forgetting about that. And you know, I need to tie my IG into it. I got an IG with 15,000 subscribers. I mean, 15,000
But
followers.
honestly, oh no, honestly, if you're sending me music though, you will need my email address so I
Yeah,
can
that's
have
why I
the
said
original.
because that's
Yeah.
where it's at. Yeah,
Okay,
that's what my music is.
I'm gonna send it to your DM right now.
Okay. Well, yeah, I love you so much. I respect y'all, what y'all do. I like the fact that y'all come on here together. And you know,
Yes.
Miss Brooklyn, you are one of the biggest supporters that I know. Like I said, you
She
always
really
there.
is.
Every time like she said, she all over the internet. Every time I talk to her, she has so much information. You like a walking Google yourself.
I told you, man, Google best friends.
Mm-hmm.
You Google anything, man. We
Wait a
best
minute,
Yeah,
friends.
you got 15K. Why you only using this one then? The one that with the
because
least one?
no, I was trying to build that one for the music. The 15K is for the music. It's not for Stay Dangerous show. So I felt
Oh,
like
okay.
Oh.
bad because we built that brand based around our music. And so I would feel real crazy to use that IG
Yeah,
for
you
my
right.
true crime events and stuff of that nature. But I did do that quickly. I did that in a month, 15,000 in a month. And
Dang.
in a month. And that's just with the music. Like I said, we be in a lot of clubs and a lot of after hours and
Ooh,
a
I
lot of
love this
bars.
Nipsey picture. Ooh, nice. Oh, I'm
Yeah, and
sorry.
I got
I'm on
and I
your
got so
channel.
much material. I know I got so much material that I don't post. My life, I don't really post too much of my life ever since I started YouTube. Because think about it. Just think about it. If it was somebody that really hated what I was saying on YouTube and they was looking for me, and I had a show last night with my artist, and I posted it on my Instagram and said, hey, we're going to be at such and such club tonight at such and such time. See, you
Yeah.
give people access to you. I'm not that one. You're
Wait a
not going to have
minute.
access.
I just thought about something with the whole Cardi B thing. Was you into producing back then, or because you got
Yeah.
that video did numbers? He got a whole yeah. Anyway, that
Oh
was
no,
my
let me
bad.
tell you how I got that. Let me tell you how I got that video. And I still got that. I was in the club one night and my partner pointed out this female that was dancing that couldn't dance. And we didn't know her from a hole in the wall. I didn't even know who that was. So I
What?
just started recording her. And then a couple years later, about a year later, we look up and I see the video on my, it says a year ago or 2 years ago, this video happened. And that video popped up on my Google videos. And I went through the video and I looked at it and I said, man, that's Cardi B.
Oh,
And
what?
my partner said, yeah, that's her. He said, man, remember the female that night at the Super Bowl? We had went to the Super Bowl that night
I
no,
love me
matter
some
of fact,
Cardi B.
I know
I
because
think
you
it was
used her okay.
Yes.
yeah. And so that video, I got that video and TMZ actually offered me money for that video. I told y'all. Like TMZ offered me like
Oh,
$15,000
shit.
for that video. No, that video got, how much money that video made? Man, I think I got like 200,000 views on one YouTube, and on the other YouTube, I got like 1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Let me see
And,
that.
they made that video a Google short. I got a $10,000 bonus off that video.
Did
You know what
you?
I'm saying? Yeah, they made it a Google short. And when Short pulled out that money, they had like so many millions for short Google, YouTube shorts creators, the short videos. I got a email from Google saying, "Hey, your video has been something for a $10,000 bonus." And so
Oh, it
I
went
checked it.
viral then.
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
time.
it went viral. It went viral.
Wow.
No cap. Yeah, and
Oh,
so
shit.
once I saw how easy it was to do numbers like that, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna
Wow.
always try to do it.
That's what's up.
And I get
Wow.
a lot
Love me
of
some
people reaching
Cardi.
out to me, and a lot of my artists be telling me, man, what's on YouTube channel, man, so I can shout you out and I'm gonna put it in the song. And I be like, bro, no. No, because then I'm gonna have to tie my YouTube channel to the music, and then when these labels reach out for you and they want to give you a deal, they feel like you're supposed to sign your YouTube channel over. Because that's what they did with my clothing company. They want me to sign over my 50K clothing company to an artist for as part of his deal. Nah, man, I'm not doing that, and I created it. And just because the artist wear my stuff at they shows, don't mean that he have nothing to do with it. So I had to realize it's a fine line between doing music and then being a YouTube creator. And you got to I got to keep it separate. And then I also have to not let my left hand know what my right hand doing. Because when I am doing something with music, these rappers already are getting extinct. People trying to kill them every day, and jealousy, a lot of things. So we have a lot of things that come against us on a day-to-day basis. Because when we have events, a lot of people show up. I mean, thousands of people. And I'm not even a people person like that. So I be having to have my security closing me in. I like to be boxed in a situation like that. So, I'm not, like I told my artists, I'm still getting used to being in these clubs at night. I'm not no night person. I go to sleep at night. Yeah.
Wow.
So when they tell me I have to be somewhere, if the money ain't right, I'm not going. And that's what I told my artists. Like when I show up, I'm y'all manager. I get 10% of merch and 20% of show. So if you get $3,500 for a show, you know what I'm going home with that night. You know what I'm saying? And it need to be understood. And we're not going through promoters. I got relationships with club owners. Houston, Texas is on my wrist. I got it in the palm of my hand because I don't have promoters relationship. I have relationships with the owners. We skip promoters out here. Yeah. So I get that money.
That's what's up. Oh yeah.
Sound like smart business. Okay.
Let's get into Daniel, y'all.
Yeah, let's get into Daniel so I can find out what's going on with him.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Let me go on the other side first. Let me know if y'all can hear it, okay?
Okay.
Y'all hit that like button and hit that
David has organized weekly search parties and tonight held a candlelight vigil on the steps of the state capitol.
A little. You can turn it up a little.
Following this search since Daniel disappeared and was at
Is
the
it
vigil
echoing or anything?
with the family's message.
No.
Okay.
No, it's good.
Where is Daniel Robinson?
Saturday night, that question on the hearts and minds of Daniel Robinson's family and friends gathered at the state capitol asking for more to be done since the now 25-year-old geologist vanished in the Buckeye Desert.
My son is just not my son. He's also America's son because this happened to a lot of
Can
families.
y'all still hear it when I hit mute?
David organizing search parties hoping to find his son. Volunteers showing up week after week, standing strong with the Robinson family.
Daniel could be any one of us, and so we definitely need to bring awareness to the situation. If we don't speak up for him, and help find him, who will?
Daniel and my son went to the same high school. Felt it was my duty as his neighbor to be here to support him and really try to figure out where Daniel is and bring him home safe.
David's search parties found Daniel's Jeep Renegade rolled over in a ravine, airbags deployed, his clothing found inside out, boots and socks, wallet and laptop, no blood, no signs of injury, no signs of Daniel.
God knows how much we can bear, and at times I feel like I can't really take but so much more.
But in his weakest times, David says it's the volunteers that provide him strength.
Everybody know that I call them my extended family. And so this video is the same thing. We all here have one common goal, and that's to find Daniel and also to bring light what happened to other families.
As the Robinsons' extended family light candles tonight, their collective light shines towards that day when their question is answered and Daniel comes home. Josh Sanders, 12 News.
"24-year-old Daniel Robinson been missing for 3 months. Daniel was working as a geologist and was last seen leaving a job site in Buckeye, Arizona on June 23rd. He was reported missing that same day. Joining me now is Daniel's father, David Robinson. David, thank you for joining me during this difficult time for your family. Tell us about Daniel, first off, and the kind of person that he is.
Thank you for having me. Daniel, my son, since he was a child. He always been he's the youngest child, the boy, and of his twin sisters and his oldest son, and oldest brother. I'm sorry. And he's always been challenging them since he was young. As you know, Daniel was born without a hand, and he didn't let that stop him. He always been that person to want to challenge himself and go farther in everything he do, whether it's academics, whether it's things like teaching himself to play a trombone and the French horn. Things like when he got to college, he decided to be a geologist. And when he said he wanted to achieve his goal in that area, he did that. He also is a person that brings people together. He have a lot of friends. Anytime there's conflict, he's always in the middle to bridge that gap. And saying, like I say, he's a adventurous guy. He like to travel and do things. He's very high spirited and a very go getter. Just like right now, also like bringing together. He's bringing people together now, even though he's not here at this time.
It's wonderful to hear your description of him and how it brings such a rounder understanding of Daniel to all of us. Authorities say that no foul play is suspected in Daniel's disappearance, but your family thinks otherwise. Explain to us why that is.
Well, that's because we don't have any answers. You're looking at the evidence that been presented by my private investigator. The things that he found, like for instance, the vehicle's been crashed multiple times. That my son, the first crash happened within 4 hours of him going missing. And also things like, like I said, the vehicle been driven about 7 or so miles after the first initial crash. The fact that the damage on the vehicle that he found didn't match the terrain. Also, that my son's clothing, everything that he had on his body was in a pile 3 feet away from the vehicle. Things like that have an indication that something's wrong. There's a lot more to things that point to that direction, but those are some of the things that definitely point to a bad direction.
It both match. It doesn't match up with the personality of your son, and there's also this confusing thing, which I'm just going to explain for our viewers, maybe who haven't been following this as much, that they found your son's vehicle, but they found no evidence, no trace of him whatsoever. So, David, have the police told you any of their theories about what has happened to your son?
Well, the only thing I have gotten once the Buckeye police detective notified me that my son's vehicle was found. And he told me, of course, his clothes was on the ground, like I said, 3 feet from the vehicle. He told me that he didn't see any blood in the vehicle, but the vehicle was, on the side. One thing that he pointed out to me is that, his theory is that my son maybe had a severe head injury. That explains why he probably shredded all his clothing off. He also told me that he also believed that my son walked out in the desert undressed because he wanted to be away from his family and his friends, and he most likely wanted to go join the monastery and become a monk. That's the only theory that I got from anyone in the Buckeye Police Department.
Does that match up with anything that you know about your son?
No, like I said, his personality is opposite of that. He loves his family. His family love him. We're a very close family. Sometimes, though, Daniel will tell me things he don't tell his siblings, but he tells us everything. He tells his siblings some things he won't tell me, vice versa. His mother, he tell her things that he probably won't tell me, but ultimately he speaks to all of us. Rather, he's making a trip somewhere. Sometimes he go where he want to go. Hey, look, I'm going to Sedona, for instance, and he go out there and he say, hey, I'm going to Sedona. He'll tell his sister, or he'll tell me, he'll tell his mother, he'll tell someone. So his personality is also really close with his family. He reaches out to his grandparents, things like that. So Daniel is far from a person that want to be away from his family.
And David, it's been 3 months since Daniel went missing. You and I discussed this beforehand, but it has to be hard for you to keep the faith at this point. Have you allowed your mind to go to the different possibilities, and what are you thinking right now is most likely the case?
Well, I came here to find my son. I was able to coordinate my own individual search. A little that, the Buckeye Police Department wasn't doing it for me. Doing that search, I had to face a lot of things. The first week or so, I was very hopeful that I would find him out there. Hopefully he wasn't injured. Maybe he just trapped somewhere and we could find him. But as the weeks start passing by, reality can kick in. Hey, I've been out there in the desert. Sometimes I get 118 degrees. Then you start realizing, how hard it can be out there if you're out there trying to survive. You have wildlife out there. I've learned the mountain lions and things like that. And then once we start finding human remains and a skull, things like that, we start, things like that start getting to my mind and say, I had to come to a realization. It's been so many weeks now. It's been this point, and the outcome may and may not be that great at that point.
And you are continuing your search for answers. What would you like to ask others to do to try and support those efforts?
Well, I have a petition out right now. The petition for myself does a couple things. I think when people are united and we're asking for one thing and we all come together, like I said, my son bring us together, is to ask the Buckeye Police Department to do their job first of all. My resources was very low at the time. Thank God that kicking in now and trying to help to keep me here, and I'm grateful of that. But resources are very limited, and the Buckeye Police Department has many resources. Not only just the resources, they also have the equipment. They should have manpower. If they don't have it, they can go outside of that and get professionals. But as a civilian, as a person, as a family member, and then as a father, I'm asking the community to, like I say, support me on that behalf, but also to help me spread my petition, because my petition also would help everybody be aware that this happens often. I have learned since I've been doing this for 3 months that a missing person cases happens all the time. A lot of times as a people of color, we don't get heard a lot. It goes unheard. I get flooded with emails, people telling me their brother's still missing, their aunt, their uncles, things like that. And that's when I start understanding this thing is really bad. So I just wanted to make sure that people in the community may come together and say, look, we need to put more pressure on our departments. Maybe they need to come up with a separate department, especially states like Arizona, Alaska, New York, they have high missing persons cases or whatever. May have a better training or a different department that specializes just for that purpose, because the first 24 to 40 hours of urgency is the major thing, just like what happened in the Gabby case, and things moving faster.
Yeah. I appreciate your focus not exclusively on your son, but in amplifying all of those cases that deserve more attention. David Robinson, thank you for being here. All of our best hopes for you and your family.
Thank you for having me.
We have some new information tonight.
Just wanted to pause it a little bit to see if y'all wanted to say anything about that.
Yeah, wow. Ooh.
This case kind of reminds me, it puts me in the mind of Carmen and her fight, and how nobody's really helping her, and how the police, law enforcement is not really doing what they're supposed to do. Things are being reported wrong, stuff being added and taken out of the report. Them telling him that he stripped naked and walked through a hot desert, and ain't nobody see this naked man. Like, his car is like it was placed there. He don't believe nothing that they told him. They told him that they did like an aerial search that didn't ever happen. And it's just been a bunch of BS with this case. It do remind me of Jelani Day and his mom's fight.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Where is this located at? Where did this happen to him at? What town?
Arizona.
Buckeye, Arizona.
Yeah, Buckeye, Arizona.
How far is Arizona from where Jelani was found?
Oh,
Is it
that's
is
out
it
in
is
the
it is
West
it
Coast.
is
Jelani was where was
it's
Jelani
further
found
it's
in
further
Illinois? No, that's like so
Illinois.
many
Yeah, he was
hours
found in
away.
Illinois, the Chicago area. Okay,
Yeah,
that
that's like
okay.
an 18-hour drive or something. It's a long drive to
And
get a day.
the reason
He
why I
was
say
found in
that,
Days.
Peru.
It take days to drive to Arizona from here, where I'm at.
Jelani was found in Peru.
it
Yeah, and
sounds
I
like
don't know.
it sounds like a serial killer or some type of
Well,
so.
let me
What
say
you
this
know?
though. Let me say this because they were saying that it's a lot of things surrounding this. Like he went to his work site and he went missing from his site. The guy that he met was somebody that he didn't even know personally that claimed that he left the job site. He was acting strange and
Mm-hmm.
he left. But then it's something about some females. He was delivering something. He ended up getting involved with these females that might have something to do with it also. It's just a lot of BS in the case. I don't know all of the BS. Like I said,
Maybe he was
I know
robbed.
what.
Maybe somebody tried to rob him. It's all kind of
Well, one
scenarios.
thing I
But
remember there was something with the police where he spoke up against the police. He was it was I don't remember what it was. It was some type of protest and he was against the cops. It was some type of interaction. And they were saying that could have something to do with it. But pretty much, I mean, he just vanished off the face of the earth. And as you heard his dad said, along the way, they found other bodies that's given other family closure. At
Yeah.
least, I think at least two bodies, or not, two skulls or something like that. So
Yeah.
they've given closure to other people's family. And Daniel, if
Mm.
he was out there like they claim he was in the desert, they would have found his body by now. Somebody took him away from where he was at. They didn't even do no forensics on his truck or nothing like that.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's
Nothing.
almost like it's law enforcement. Somebody with
Yeah.
some power, to make
Mm-hmm.
things happen. Where is he?
They haven't even given him the footage of Waffle House. No, they gave him a footage of Waffle House, but wasn't clear at all. I was watching where he was talking about earlier on, like I said, his dad has a YouTube channel. And he said the gas station photo videos, they haven't given those pictures. They gave him some picture of Waffle House that you can't really see anything. But he said, you know what? I'm glad that I did get that picture that I really can't see anything at Waffle House because it kind of led me to another lead I can look at.
Mm,
The cops are, it sounds like a cover up.
yeah.
It reminds me of Jelani Day.
Yes. It smelled like a cover up for sure.
The lights, the the cameras, you got cameras in the lights. I know we do out here. The street
I'm just
lights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick of this. Like I sometimes I wish that we didn't have anything to report when we're talking about true crime in our culture. But it's ridiculous that we have to continue to talk about the Jelanis, the Kiara Cole, the Daniel Robinsons. It's
Mm.
always somebody black when you look up to them, and then it's somebody that was in their own lane, minding their own business.
He was a
We don't hear it.
geologist, man. A
Yeah,
geologist.
we don't hear like robbers, such and such robber get got. And, we don't hear those stories. We don't hear about the bad guys that get their karma. We hearing about good guys that's doing something, uh, uh, you know, doing something productive with themselves. And like you said, I heard the dad saying, that he would say, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be there." He seemed to be very successful at whatever it is that he was doing. And then every day we take a risk. And that's crazy how it comes full circle to what I'm saying with the protection. Make sure you protect yourself because you don't have eyes in the back of your head unless you got somebody standing behind you that's willing to protect you the same way that they love themselves. So all my protection love me. They not just paid. They love, so they paid because I know that they take a chance on risking their life when they go somewhere with somebody that, like our artists. We never know who gonna be jealous of these artists or who gonna feel like the artist beefing with them, or that's why I try not to create our success off of beef. And that's why I was saying a lot of time when people see beef, they run. You got some vegans, they don't like beef, and then when they see beef, they feel like, oh nah, and that's bad for business. And beef never what they said, violence only begets more violence. It has never begotten more money. And I tell my artists that all the time. And I tell them that for the reasons I don't want them creating beef with these other rappers because beef sell. See, they try to take the easy way. Beef sell. Like right now, we can create a beef on YouTube and tell them right in their face that we created it, and they won't believe. They'll think that we really was beef, but the whole time we'll both have 2 million subscribers each, just because we started to beef with each other. And then when the other content comes, we won't have no other content to be able to release because at the end of the day, those 2 million people gonna only want to see beef, and if it ain't about beef, they gonna unsubscribe. And then you wonder why you lose. So that's what I was saying.
Whatever you
it's
build it off of, that's what they want to see.
Yeah.
And then I tell people all the time, they don't say certain things. The older people that we grew up around, I love my older generation. I love the older people, the wiser people, the wisdom. That's the wisdom in the community. Because if you can't do nothing from an older person, you can learn a lot from them, from listening to them and their ways that they learn and grew. And you can learn a lot from them. They didn't get to be that age for nothing. So, a lot of people don't listen to the older community and to respect them the way it should be. But I do. And I love the older community, and I love the other older women because they show you things and tell you things that you can only fathom. You learn a lot. The communities teach you a lot. So with that being said, I learned so much from my community. I learned so much from the women that like Miss V. I learned a lot from all of y'all. And that's why I said, I tell the artists, money only begets more money. And it's crazy. When you start getting money, then you'll start seeing why God give it to you. Because then because think about it, a man that's right now that's just getting money and he don't take care of his children in no way, shape, form, or fashion, but he getting money. And that man is not gonna have his fortune long. He's not gonna be wealthy. I'm trying to be like Shaq. I want to be like Shaquille O'Neal. He's one of my mentors through not even talking to me, through his actions, through me watching what he does for his family. He's a big person in the game. He owns all the businesses that you can think of. Stuff that we might use right now today, Shaq owns, and he take care of his family. He bought his baby mom, Shawnee, he bought her own dispensary. Like, it ain't no child support within that community. That man taking care of business, and he owns a lot of business. Not one, two. That man owns Papa John's. He owns like insurance companies. He owns the General. That man is the owner.
Wow.
Like, I've never looked into Shaq. I've never followed.
Like Shaq is somebody who I want to talk about when I'm speaking of why I want to do why I do what I want to do. And the reason, let me finish what I was saying. Like, I noticed that God bless you with so many things that you need, but when you start wanting stuff, that's when he look at what you do for the people that he got in your life. Like, think about it. He's not gonna continue to bless your union if you're not taking care of your union with the thing that he's blessing you with as a man. Like, if he blessed me with money, ain't no way my girl or my woman, whatever woman I'm with, there's no way that she's supposed to have to fill up her own car, change her own oil, wash her own car, clean out the inside of her own car. There's no way that she should have to do that unless she independently decides to do it herself. But a man's job is to do the manly things and let the women continue with the rest. But we got some dudes that has been turned into bitch niggas. Excuse my French, I have to say it. These dudes, I have to say it. I have to say it. Like, I'm just real. Like we got some dudes that turn, that's for real. And when you run across one of them, you want to run from them because they will argue you down. Those are the dudes that I don't want to be around. Because let me make my point. A dude that has became a bitch nigga. Excuse my friend. He was raised with his mother, maybe in a single house, no man around, none of that. So what can a woman do with you harder than any man can do with you? And that's argue, but not a beat in, not him. He can argue with the best of the women and the best of the dudes too, if the dudes choose to argue. And me, I'm not an arguer. I'm a pop. Like, I'm gonna hit you. I'm not gonna sit there and argue with a grown man. I don't want to argue with my woman or any woman in my life for that matter. So I'm not going to sit here and have an argument full-fledged with a grown man. Either we fighting or we talking it out as men and we're not arguing. We're not, it's not, you're not gonna holler at me. You're not gonna talk to me like I'm your child. You're not gonna talk to me like I'm a $2 female off the street. And the one thing that I can say that Daniel Robinson, I wish he would have had, just like I feel like Jelani would have, and I say this on my shows, so I don't just come to Brooklyn Squad to say this, but I do say this on my own show. They should have had somebody there to watch their back. Because people that want to harm you are less likely to harm you when they look in your car and they see they got to deal with 2 carloads of people and one behind them too. And my security got guns. So like and we in a different world. Like I'm in Texas. The laws are different. We have a we don't have to have a concealed right. We don't have to have a license. Long we can pack it on our hip, long as we ain't concealing it. That's called open carry. Open carry, you got to see it on my hip, so you automatically know what I'm about if you approach me with the Atari. Like I said, I'd rather not have that, but I will have security to have that. I'm never gonna walk out the house a day without at least one other person with me that will do you the same way I'm gonna do you if you approach me thinking you finna steal me, throw me in a car, catch me off guard, run up on me behind me and hit me with something, or draw a weapon on me. And if you draw the weapon, that's what we want you to do. And I'm not saying that like meanly. I'm saying this coming from a person that will tap that ass if you run up on me in public, thinking I'm not gonna hurt you. If you try to hurt me, I am not a dangerous man until you make me that. But if you try to hurt me, try to kidnap me, thinking that you finna get me in a car, thinking you finna get me away from my people, no, you're gonna be bruised up. It's gonna be something on you showing that I did something to you before I died if you take me out. But at the end of the day, it ain't gonna be no Stay Dangerous show killed himself. Jay Ford is not a suicidal man. I done went through so much in the last 6 months. I just said 6 months. I could have went long. I done went through so much in my life, period, to the point where I've never been suicidal. I've never wanted to hurt myself. I've never got into any altercations with police or anything of that nature. So nobody can say that I was in somebody else's business. Now I take a chance with my life going to these nightclubs because we have been at some nightclubs where as soon as we got there, shooting happened. As soon as we got there, people were shooting. I done been in the inside of the club and the shooting happened on the inside and the outside of the club at the same time. So you couldn't run out. You couldn't run out the club because it was shooting on the outside too. So we just had to duck down and find somewhere to hide it. But I done been in situations to where my life has been at a state because I made myself accessible from being there. And that's before we decided to charge for fees to be in these clubs. Now, if they call us, they paying us just to be there. And, I have to make sure that my people are protected. I know what type of world we living in. So anybody that want to approach me with anything different, I hope you asking for an autograph. Because if you don't, it might not look like nobody with me. And see, I'm strategic like that. You might not see not one security member with me, but pop out, and 10 of them are gonna come after. You know what I'm saying? I might be in a place. I might go sit down at the table by myself, and all my dudes at other tables behind me. But so I want to see who's trying to hurt me, and then we gonna find. I just feel like somebody gonna try to hurt me because of what I've been saying about Jelani. And I've been feeling like that because people been telling me what I shouldn't say on my show. People been trying to pay me money not to take the show down and all this other stuff. And I'm like, how is that? Yeah, we love it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then when I ask who these people are, the profile disappears or the comment disappears or the message disappears. And then it's a new one all of a sudden saying kind of the same thing that they saying. People will tell you who they are, even if they create 10 profiles. If you told me who you were in one profile through comments or anything that you say, and then I block you or you disappear, and then another one pops up saying the same thing, I know that's you. So quit playing with me. You got to think the games these people play. You got to stay 10 steps ahead of these people that think they playing games. You got to hire people that play games just like they do. A lot of times game recognize game. It don't care where you at. You gotta see it's certain people that like I just wish Daniel wouldn't have been alone. If he was alone, that means if he wasn't alone, that means he was with somebody that hurt him. And then that man, the last one smelled it, the last one dealt. And then 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 the You know, and Daniel probably was an outspoken black man, and a lot of times people can't take that. You know how many times I done been hit. You know how many times I done been hit, and I'm telling y'all some real stories. I have been hit by multiple guys at one time because of some stuff that I said that was the truth. And, you know, the truth hurt. And, you know, just like I feel like Jelani and Daniel have a lot in common. See, they're gonna be up there talking in heaven. They're gonna be talking in heaven, but I feel like neither one of them can talk in heaven right now until justice prevails.
Yep.
You know, and justice have to prevail because the saying goes as what's done in the dark will soon come to the light.
You better
and
believe.
The saying says that what goes around comes around. And a lot of these killers don't understand that when you do something to somebody in the community or somebody, period, and you thought you're getting away with it, maybe one day you're going to have a child or you have a child that too shall happen to. And then you'll have to look at what you did to somebody else's child happen to your child. And then you'll start to feel pain. Then you'll start to see what it feels like to do something and get your karma back. And whoever did what they did to Daniel and Jelani, they going to see their karma, especially if they have kids, especially if this was somebody that knew God, that knew Allah, that knew their creator. And if you knew your creator and you knew well what you were doing, and a lot of these people didn't take to our YouTube channels and then try to view us and then try to find themselves getting in the comments. That's where the word narcissistic comes from. You got some narcissistic people. Narcissistic, however, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Y'all feel me? Or y'all follow me? You got some people that have nerve. What my partner said, he got the audacity to come up in here, to come on my platform and tell me what to do on my platform. When you didn't know, I said stay dangerous for a reason. Because I ain't been safe in so long, I don't even have a safe mentality anymore. My mentality is that the safe people get got. Think about all the careful drivers that you know on a different lane, in a different category. How many careful drivers that you know that has had a wreck recently in the last 5 years? And the first thing they say, I'm a careful driver. Because the one thing that they have not realized is no matter how careful you are, this world is reckless. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, that's true. That's facts.
You know, and until you start, stop telling your people to stay safe. Somebody told Daniel before he left, stay safe where you at, baby. No, somebody should have told Daniel, you got your pistol? You need to bring an AR with you where you at and make sure you got a flashlight on it. So if somebody try to play you in the dark, you can find them and go and squeeze it out. You know what I'm saying? They gonna know that they can't take you. No, and I'm not making the channel all about war or trying to make it people. None of that. Y'all gotta now, because somebody gonna try to twist my words like I'm just coming all evil and out. No, in order to stay safe, y'all, in 2022 and into the world blow, you gotta stay dangerous.
The young man was just at work.
Because if you're a person right now that have a camera on your house, a mobile camera in your car, you got a gun, your daughter got a gun, your son got a gun, then you staying dangerous anyway. You just didn't know it. You just thought you was staying safe. No. You dangerous already. I don't got to tell you nothing. I just got to let you know that's how I live. And I have it to where my daughter 8 years old, and she'll pop you if the gun falls and she closer to it than the enemy. Yeah.
Look, stay dangerous. I remember you came on my show talking about you don't talk much. I'm like, shit.
No, I don't. Unless I'm amongst, I only talk when I'm amongst queens, my people that love me, my people that care about me. When I'm amongst queens and real folk, it brings something out of you that nobody else does in your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just real. You know what I'm saying? I'm only gonna give you me. I can't give you nobody else. You know, I'm only gonna give you me. And I try to warn people. That's my job. My job is not to let somebody approach me with the Atari and then warn them. My job is to warn you. If you approach me with the Atari, this is what's gonna happen to you. If you think that you're gonna approach me with something after I've done you nothing, after I've gave you no reason to approach me with anything violence-wise, and I'm not a violent person. So if you turn me into that, my eyes will be black for the time that I'm messing with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, but that's just the type of world we living in. If you don't have that, or if you're not equipped with that mentality, then you're not gonna make it very long in this community and how these community and these cultures are coming out. And the music is not making it no better. The music is the reason why our times have changed, because we don't have people that listen to R&B. We don't have people that listen to the blues no more. They don't take the time to balance themselves. This world, this life is all about balance. You know, you can't be too safe and you can't be too dangerous, but you have to be right in between. And I'm right in between in the middle, you know, and I feel like my middle name is Dangerous. So at the end of the day, if you approach me with anything different, that's what you're going to get from me and any team member I got with. And that's just how I feel like it's supposed to be, you know? And I feel like if Daniel had that and if Jelani had that, this world would be a better place right now, because they didn't know what they did. And they didn't know how powerful these two guys was going to turn out. You know, sometimes your legacy comes in your death. And Jelani's legacy has just getting started, because his legacy is he passed the bill, and we going to find out who did what they did to him. And they're going to suffer at the hands of
You know something crazy about Daniel's case is because the cops already stopped the investigation. Like they haven't helped with shit. Okay. And for what the father said on his channel earlier, they told his father, well, we're done. We know there's no more investigation. You gave this man back everything y'all found of Daniel already less than 20, like in 24 hours. His car, you know, his clothes, like y'all done nothing at all. Nothing. This man is out here like Jelani's mother, trying to get, you know, trying to find his son. The community is helping. The cops ain't doing shit.
Yeah, they're not. They done. Man. He had to hire his own private investigators, and now that he needs money to help do these searches and stuff, and nobody's helping him. Nope. I mean, a couple people they were doing donations and stuff for him, but that's the biggest challenge right now. And just because basically he had to uproot his whole life and go there and try to find the son, because nobody else is doing it. And it's a dang on shame. They should not be able to do that. You have a job. Like, I mean, it just amazes me how they put out all the stops for Gabby Petito and Brent, whatever that guy was. Y'all know who I'm talking about. So we know what they're capable of doing when they want to.
Yep.
Or I feel like the only time, and excuse me for saying this, so this is just my opinion, but I feel like the only time that they investigate us is when they really don't know what happened. See, anytime you go to investigate something and you already know what happened, you wasting tax dollars on this investigation. You wasting officers that don't even need to be out here, because it's just a front. We're not finna pay for a front. We're not finna pay you guys all these dollars that we paying y'all for a front, and we already know what happened. Just like they already know what happened to Jelani. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't gonna
they know what happened to him. Like the mother said, all these video cameras out here. And you mean to tell me Jelani ain't on none of them? Right. Common sense right there. I'll tell you what happened to him. Right. After that. And it ain't, it's beyond what happened to him after that. It's the fact that they're covering up what happened to him because of maybe who did it or who knew about it. So you have to look at all the possibilities. People didn't lose their jobs in this. People wasn't fired from companies for this. People's lives were at stake when Jelani passed away. And the same people that lawyered up and got fired from companies and got kicked away from the school and can't work there no more as staff, period. You know, those people had lost for a reason.
Y'all want me to finish this video?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let a couple of them roll. Hold on.
In the missing case of 24-year-old geologist Daniel Robinson. Robinson was last seen June 23rd leaving a job site in Buckeye, Arizona in his Jeep. His father, a veteran, considers this his mission now, vowing not to stop looking until he finds his son.
Treat it like a mission. I keep saying it, I'm a professional soldier. I have to do that. I have to do my job and find my son. He's my son. I'm his father. and it's my job.
Well, that Jeep that Daniel was driving is now producing some new details. The Buckeye Police Department hired an investigative company that now says the Jeep was involved in a rollover crash and sped up right before impact. They also say the driver may have tried to jump a ravine. Also, new details show the ignition was turned on more than 40 times right after the crash. So some new information tonight. Joining me now, Jeff Mcgrath, the private investigator hired by the family to help with this case. Jeff, it's good to see you again. You had already known some of the details about what was going on inside this car before the crash, yes. But let's go through a few of these to catch people up. The car sped up right before the SUV crash. There were 40 ignition cycles after the crash. So what does that indicate to you?
Well, for starters, the car did not speed up right before the crash. I don't know where this investigator got this information. I'm looking at the crash data recorder right here, the report that came out of the black box, if you will. And there's no indication. As a matter of fact, the car's speed, the car's engine RPMs actually started to reduce right at the crash, right at the point of crash, right just prior to. So there was no speeding up.
How is your data different than what police through this investigative company? How does this differ?
Well, I don't think my data is different than theirs. This reconstruction outfit, they reviewed the same document I did. They have the same document I do. It's the download from the vehicle's black box. It's called the crash data report. That is the same data. Where he got the vehicle sped up at the end, I have no idea. And when you do a reconstruction of a collision, you not only do you view the reports that the vehicle creates when you download that, but you also need to review the physical evidence, meaning the vehicle. And I have possession of this vehicle, and nobody's asked me to come take a look at it. You need to do the two together. It's not a complete investigation without.
So help us make sense of why they would release this report and not come get the car.
I don't have an answer for that. I don't know. They didn't ask me. As a matter of fact, I've even asked the chief of police in Buckeye if we could have a sit down and try to get on the same page here. And he won't do that with me. So why it took them 3 months to hire an expert, and they should have done this from the beginning.
Just let me know anytime you want me to pause it.
Or I could have stepped out had the person been in it for the right reason. But for him to review the same document that I have possession of, and he does now too, and say the vehicle sped up at the end or tried to jump the ravine is ludicrous. I don't have any evidence of that, and nothing in the vehicle's data from 5 seconds prior to those airbags coming out.
Anything else this report revealed that was information even confirming what you know already, or something that you didn't know?
Yeah, there was information. I've been saying from the beginning, there were 46 additional ignition cycles on the vehicle after the airbags came out. I stick with that. The report tells me that. Same report he read, and he said, looks like there were over 40 times somebody tried to start that vehicle after the airbags came out. So we're consistent on that. He's saying the 11 miles discrepancy with the 11 miles that's on the odometer of the vehicle and the 11 miles that it shows at the time the airbags came out, less, I should say. He's saying that's not an anomaly, that's a natural occurrence, but yet he had to search around through chat groups of reconstructions to see if he could find somebody that's ever encountered this, because I've been doing this since 2004, and I've never encountered that discrepancy like he says is so normal by Jeep.
So
to the point to where,
go ahead.
Yeah, to the point to where now I think I want to go out and I want to download 10 random Jeeps and compare those mileages just to see if there's anything off on there. I have an idea what my findings are going to be.
Yeah, it sounds to me, Jeff, as though you are not at all confident in the police work to this point, and certainly not this latest report revealing some of the intricacies of the black box of the car. I'm wondering, though, based on all of the evidence you have gathered, we were just showing pictures of Daniel on the screen. He's been missing since late June. His Jeep was found in July. Do you have any theories right now on what you have as to what happened to Daniel?
You know, I don't like to put my theories out there because I don't want to lead somebody in the wrong direction if it's not true. It's just a theory at this point. But I stand behind that. You know, whether it was Daniel that was in that vehicle or somebody else, it appears to be that somebody was in a situation that they needed some help. So that I stand by that. But as far as I can't release a theory that I have right now at this point, just because I don't want to.
I understand. Real quickly before I let you go, how's his family doing? How's his dad? I know you're in constant contact.
Family, they're doing it as they have been through this whole thing. They're holding up. They're holding out hope as well. Dad's still, he's still David, and he's doing the best he can, and he's trying not to show any of that emotion on the outside. But I know he's hurting on the inside, and we're just trying to do what we can to soften this blow on him and make it easier.
I know you're working hard on the case. Lots of volunteers out there searching the desert on a regular basis. Jeff, we appreciate the update as always. And there seems as though there are a lot of holes in this one. And hopefully the next time we talk, we have a few more answers. Jeff Mcgrath, private investigator, helping in the search for Daniel Robinson. Jeff, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Each and every missing persons case is important. Daniel's is one of thousands. These are stories that need to be told. We want to highlight them, and that is our mission every Wednesday here on News Nation Prime. So if you know of someone who is missing, share their story with us by visiting newsnationnow/miss.
Wow. Damn. Like, even he said the freaking cops ain't no good. Shit.
That's ridiculous.
Damn.
I mean,
wow.
Why do we even have them if they're not doing their job? They pick and choose who they want to work with.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I heard them say something about the inside of the vehicle. They said the black box. Yep. So I'm thinking Jelani's car had a black box too. Jelani's car was not an older vehicle. That was a limited edition vehicle as well, that Chrysler 300. And I know Chrysler 300s have those in them. So I'm thinking I need to look that up to make that 100% positive, sure. But I'm thinking his car had a black box in it. Why didn't anybody say anything about the black box in Jelani's vehicle? And also, what about the crank? How many crank? And it's very important that they said, because they said the car had over 40 crank turn. So after the airbag, so that means he kept trying to get the vehicle started so he can get out of there because somebody was on him, somebody was chasing him, somebody was running him. You know, he was trying to get away from something.
I believe the whole car scene is a fake. They didn't find wasn't no blood or no signs that he was even in that vehicle besides his car, his clothes, and all of that stuff. It's almost like that stuff was placed there. They had his clothes was in a pile. One shoe was under a wheel or something, and another shoe. Everything was too neat. No signs of blood or anything by just looking at it. And they didn't do forensics, so somebody could have wiped something up. But who would waste time doing that? I don't believe that man was in that car ever. I think it was placed there. That's my opinion.
You know, somebody said something.
One of my YouTubers, Bebe, said that the car was dented also, like if someone threw a rock or something at it.
Oh yeah, it's like it tumbled down a hill or something like that. You didn't see the vehicle in the last video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to keep going?
Like upside down on the side. This face is messed up, man.
Yeah, and then why would they give the dad? It's like they just wash their hands clean of it. Gave the dad stuff they should be investigating. It's like, our hands is off of it. Here you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead and you be law enforcement now and do our job. Good luck finding your son.
That's crazy. No, the dad said in 24 hours they gave him back the phone or something like that. Let me see. I wrote it down. It was either the phone or the vehicle.
That's insane.
The cops found the vehicle on the 19th. On the 20th, they gave it back to the dad. I wrote it in my report. Damn shame. Damn shame. Yeah.
Okay.
missing. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage. Now to the disappearance of a young man in Arizona. His name is Daniel Robinson, and his mysterious case was one of the first ones that we covered as part of our missing series here on News Nation Prime. We are revisiting his case tonight as it has now been 6 months, and there has still been no sign of him. Daniel is 24 years old, and he was working as a geologist when he vanished in June. Daniel's dad has organized multiple searches in the Arizona desert over the past few months, and he even hired a private investigator to look into the case, but even the family is starting to lose hope that Daniel is still alive. I'm going to be talking to Daniel's dad in just a moment, but first, News Nation's Kelly Beeson takes us back through the details of this case and where the search goes from here.
Nearly 6 months after Daniel Robinson vanished, a call for help passing out flyers, expanding the search to Phoenix and surrounding cities.
We're saturating the homeless populations, the homeless communities in the valley. Reason being is if there was some type of disorientation or head injury that could still be going on. And Daniel just doesn't really know who he is.
Jeff Mcgrath is a private investigator working with Robinson's family to figure out what happened to the 24-year-old geologist who vanished June 23rd after leaving a job site in the Arizona desert. His Jeep, found a month later, crashed in a ravine.
Something was going on with that vehicle.
McGrath says so much of the case doesn't add up. Paint on the Jeep that doesn't match the scene. Data that shows 11 miles on the vehicle after airbags deployed. And more than 40 attempts to start the engine after it crashed. He's certain there was actually another crash somewhere else.
So it tells me there's a second crash location, or I should say a first crash location at minimum. And then there's the recovery location where the vehicle ended up driving down into the ravine and coming to rest at the bottom on the side.
Robinson's keys and wallet were still inside, his clothing in a pile just outside the vehicle. Signs Robinson was likely disoriented. McGrath hasn't ruled out foul play or the possibility of a drug like PCP being involved.
And that would cause inhibitions to go away, possible risky behavior. He may have hit his head in an accident, had some trauma, some brain trauma, some swelling of the brain that would disorient, couldn't find his way out, or laid down somewhere, passed out, and succumbed to his injuries.
Volunteers have repeatedly fanned out over the desert searching. McGrath admits the chances Daniel is alive are slim, but he shares David Robinson's frustrations about how the case was handled from the start.
Their theory is that nothing happened, there's nothing wrong here, and there's nothing suspicious here.
The Buckeye police provided this written statement saying Daniel's disappearance is heartbreaking. Detectives with the Buckeye Police Department investigate every lead in this case. The investigation will remain open and active until we find Daniel. But McGrath says police have turned over all evidence to his team. And it's David Robinson who continues to organize searches, reminding us all this holiday to hold loved ones close. Now, that private investigator telling us Daniel had told coworkers he was tired before leaving work. So one theory is that he stopped somewhere along the desert road to take a nap and was the victim of a carjacking, then left the desert after the crash.
Kelly, thank you. The mystery continues, and Daniel's father, David, has been scouring the desert, as you saw there, for his son ever since he went missing months ago. He's camped out in hotel rooms, even got a one-bedroom apartment near the search area so he could be there to continue looking. David is joining us live once again tonight. David, I've spoken to you a number of times. Any new information tonight, any updates that shed light on what happened to your son?
Thank you for having me on. There's currently not too many new updates other than the fact that we do have now a second person who saw my son on June the 23rd. This person is a federal law enforcement agent who can give us a better understanding of the timeline and also the mind frame that my son on that date, the 23rd of June.
How did your son encounter this law enforcement official?
Well, the law enforcement agent told me he was out there with his children target practicing. When he saw my son out there, his vehicle out there twice. On the second time he saw my son's vehicle, he approached him. My son was mild-mannered, had a long conversation with him. It appeared that he was cleaning his car. His car didn't have been sustained any damage. My son directed him to a location that's better suited for target practicing because, my son told him that he was at work and that's the work area. He shouldn't be shooting out the area.
Did Daniel share any information with him indicating where he was going, what he was doing, anything that's helpful?
Oh, Lord, stop it.
Only thing I got from that officer is that Daniel said he was at work and that it was around that morning area when he saw my son.
Can you clear up, David, some of the discussion happening around the police reports, Daniel's state of mind, his coworkers describing him as tired, kind of out of sorts, others saying that there is a potential, even the PI, that there were drugs in his system. He had even had some conversations with a woman in the area. Anything you can definitively clear up for us as you investigate?
Well, with my investigation, anything with drugs is something new I never heard about. My son is definitely don't do drugs, PCP, what I heard just a while ago, things like that. My son don't dabble with that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure about where that type of things come from, but I do know there's a lot of theories out there that's surrounding my son, and as time goes by, people wonder. They wonder what happened. I wonder what happened, and they tend to make things up.
We did hear from Buckeye Police, as you saw in that piece. They said the case is still open. It is active. However, you have been frustrated about how the investigation was handled. Why and what should they have done?
At the beginning, the urgency, saying 24 to 40 hours is crucial. My son went missing. To date, the Buckeye police, the police department haven't found anything out there related to my son. My searches as a civilian, filled with civilians, have collected human remains, have collected evidence. My investigator collected evidence, but I'm not finding anything coming out of the department suggesting to me that they're not looking hard enough.
David, this is a difficult question to ask. Jeff Mcgrath, the private investigator on the case that you hired, said the chances that Daniel is alive is slim. What do you think tonight? What does your gut tell you about your son?
Well, it's been trying. You can imagine after 6 months, going on 6 months here, beginning of my searches, of course, I've searched well site area. The vehicle showed up. I started searching the vehicle area. But during that time, I always had that hope that Daniel's out there needed to be rescued, and that's my goal, to find him and bring him home. However, after 6 months, like I said, that wears at your face. There's no way possible for me to find my son walking around there alive. So it changed from a rescue to a recovery.
Jazz, that link that you sent to IG, can you put it in the private chat? I can grab it from there.
Okay.
Okay.
I just feel some type of way, but me, that's just me. I always catch everything that people say.
Private chat.
And I kind of see.
Wait a minute. You said you don't know where the private chat is?
Yeah, I don't know how to put it there.
You don't know how to copy and paste?
Hell no.
Oh, never mind, girl. Never mind. Let me go. Okay, I'm back on you.
Y'all know I'm dumbfounded with this shit.
Girl.
Yeah.
I'll get you together.
Okay. Well, I be taking notes as people be talking, and the first note I took was when he said about the black box in the inside of the vehicle, and then how many times the ignition was turned after that. And before I heard anything else, I came to an understanding that maybe, just my theory, and this is all alleged, I just feel that before I heard anything else, when I just heard that in the beginning, that the black box, I said, well, what about the black box in Jelani's car? And then I said, okay, the ignition was turned 43 times after the airbags deployed. So that means whoever was trying to hide that car was trying to get rid of it, and they did not mean to wreck it. They were driving it frantic and in a panic, and they wrecked it, and it ended up starting again, and then they got it to that space where it's at, and then it wouldn't start again. And they kept trying to start it because they had specific directions to take the car here after we've already disposed of the body. So you have, then, a lot of time, sometimes, have you ever seen a person tell you partially the truth and then he make up the rest of it be a lie? I know a lot of women have had a lot of guys that say, where were you tonight? I was at the club. Yeah, but he didn't tell you he was at the club with 3 other females and he was cheating on you that night. No, he just told you the truth through the first part of his lie. And the first part of this lie was they shouldn't have seen. Some people are so book smart to where their common sense totally goes out the window. That's where we pick up with our common sense, our common knowledge, and then we place a little speck of book sense on top of it. And then we tell them put some respect on our name. Now, the FBI agent that was shooting with his kids, he was trying to prove something to his kids. See, FBI agents have a lot to prove. Y'all follow me? When I say you have a lot to prove, you're not a deputy. You're not you're not you're not a sheriff. You're not a, you know what I'm saying? They take themselves and they pride themselves on being the FBI, which is the highest of the highest. Yeah. So let's think about it. The highest of the highest, and he's racist, and he has his kids out shooting, and you see a black man, you see a nigga. What you think you gonna do to that nigga? I'm sorry. These people think I'm crazy. I don't know. That just pissed me off when I heard it. Because it's like you told me what happened to my son, but you didn't tell me what happened to my son. You feel me? Like, think about it. Think about it. Right now, how many people we got that's hateful in this world that's gonna keep it real? Now you tell me, I don't care what your title is. You got some crooked people that don't matter what they are. They're just crooked by nature. You how many crooked pastors what we got in this world? Huh? That's supposed to be the closest to God as you're gonna get in career. But you got many crooked pastors. So you mean to tell me a couple FBI agents and a couple police officers in the town where Delani at ain't human? They can't be just like them crooked pastors because they got a title or they took an oath. Man, forget that. These cops killing people every day on camera, and they showing it on camera, and these guys are telling them that they on camera, and they still smoking them. So what you think they doing to them off camera? And that dude, I feel like that FBI agent and his kids need to be investigated. He just told that man the truth. What happened to his son? Think about it. If you approach an FBI agent telling him, "Hey man, I'm working out here," and just say that FBI agent had a
Thanks for watching, Maria.
And just say that FBI agent had a hint of prejudice in him for black people. A black man just approached this white man. Is the FBI agent white? I don't even know. I need to know these type of things. Because if he was out there teaching his kids how to shoot, and maybe one of his kids accidentally shot this man, and it was an accident, or maybe it was on purpose. Maybe he told his kid, "Hey, try to shoot him." And he probably thought his son wasn't going to shoot him, and boom, the kid shot him. And then they had to go cover it up now. And now they're in a frantic, because I'm an FBI agent. If I get caught, I can lose my career. Man, you got to look at them. That what that man said is not evidence, but it needs to be investigated. Nobody, in these type of crimes, this could be a hate crime by FBI agent. I'm sorry. I don't know no other way to put it.
Hey,
and
Jazz,
then I do believe.
Yeah.
You want me to finish whenever y'all get done? Do you want me to finish this video and go to the one that you just sent?
Yeah. I just want to say something real quick.
Uh-huh.
Someone in the comments said that that's a racist town too.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Somebody had went to the Walmart right next to the site, and his picture wasn't even up there. They had a board of missing people. His picture was nowhere around.
Wow.
So it's collective. They're gonna protect their kind. How many times we seen movies where something happens like that and they protect it? Those movies are not just made up. These are really situations that are occurring on a day-to-day basis, being written into these directorial movies, and then people are saying, "Oh, that's just a movie." When a lot of these movies come to light every day, and we just see it in other perspectives. So it's amazing how you can play your video, but I'm not gonna say my mind is 100% made up, but I do feel that the FBI agent got mad that this black man just approached him and told him where he need to be shooting at because he's over there working. And I think after that they made it a living hell for him. I just feel like something bad came from him approaching that FBI agent saying what he said. I just feel like they told him the truth and then started with it. They started in the beginning with the truth and ended up with a lie. You know what I'm saying? I was out there teaching. I was out there teaching my kids.
I think everything is a lie that they told him from the dang on start. What get on my nerves about them all the time. I can think about Kanika Jenkins, Jelani Day, how the mother knows their child, and they want to tell him, oh, maybe he wanted to get away from y'all and join a monastery, and that's why his clothes is here and he walked. Like, come on, stop telling us about our kids. We know how our children are. Even they was close enough that he knew his son talked to him about things, even about this woman that was involved that could have a lot to do with something. I don't know, but stop telling us that our kids are running away from us and going off to do something else, like they're gonna tell her.
But that's because I'm gonna tell you why. That's easier. That's easier for them to fathom.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something else too. I think a lot of evidence that came out in Jelani's case wouldn't have came out if people like you, people like me, people like Miss Carmen Day especially wouldn't have stepped up and decided to make her voice stand for something. Because the only time that they understand us is when we are being ignorant and tearing up stuff and rioting and stuff like that. That's the only time that we make sense to them is when it hurt them and when it hurts their business. And that's why that structure of a riot was even set into place. Because it's like, okay, y'all don't respect our word, y'all don't respect our wishes as people. Y'all continue to have missing posters of us put up at the hands of white supremacists sometimes. But I'm not saying that our people have been perfect to our people at any years. So we do have black people that kill black people. So now I'm not gonna say like we don't lose people at the hands of our own people. But I am saying by that being already a problem in our communities, it's not gonna be even better when we lose our people to the hands of other people that's not the color of our same skin. And I feel like it's a hate crime anytime that happens and those people wasn't protecting themselves from us. Because a lot of times, sometimes it's not, I'm not saying everybody is good and everybody is bad. Everybody know what I'm saying. We're not gonna always run into any color good people. Everybody not gonna be good in no color and everybody not gonna be bad. So people just make it like all black people are just the worst type of people. And no, not all black people are not bad and all white people are not. So you just got your in-betweens. And at the end of the day, the people that did this to Daniel, I do feel that they need to investigate that FBI agent. I do feel that he told somebody. I do feel like that made him mad. That made him mad. I want to know how did he feel after that Daniel told him to not shoot in that area where he was working. I want to know, did he shoot in that area after that? Did Daniel have to run for his life? Did they continue shooting at him? Did they really hit him? I want to know those questions. And at the end of the day, we may never find out.
Well, that's the guy the father talked to, right? The guy that he said he ran across his dad. I thought he.
Yeah, he said, but he doesn't have any like Carmen will come to us with certain things, but she don't make any psychoanalysis about people, which is only fair because she says she don't want to sound like the angry black woman. Yeah, and in some instances, the angry black woman get a lot of stuff done, and in some instances we don't. But in the instance with the coroner telling Jelani's mom, do you want to know if this is your son or not, Carmen?
Right, man.
By him saying that, he was already upset that he had to do something he didn't want to do anyway. He was probably set in his ways. He didn't want to be out there messing with no black people and talking to no black people. Just like the police officer that first was talking about this on Jelani case. That police officer to me is suspect. He's very suspect. He's very untrustworthy. His eyes tell a bunch of lies. I don't trust him. And I do feel like he's invested into this. And anytime somebody tell you that they are up watching YouTube videos or what the world are saying about it or what comments are saying, but that's because they are praying that nobody wasn't in their window when they did what they did, or nobody didn't pay attention when they did what they did. That's why I was going to tell, and this goes to any subscriber with a PayPal account or a Cash App account, straight up. And this goes on Miss V channel. This goes on Stay Dangerous Show. This goes on Brooklyn Squad. Any YouTube or any person that has the video of Jelani Day being pulled over by the police officer, I need to see that video again. I need it. I have $100 to the first person that emailed me, and it got to be the first person because 20 people may have this video. I'm not gonna pay 20 people $100, but the first person that sent me this video, I'm cash apping you $100, and you will have your proof that you're getting your money. You will be able to show it to the community that I gave.
What video you talking about?
I want the video that Jelani Day got pulled over in a police car. Someone recorded Jelani Day being pulled over.
That's what I'm looking for too.
By a police officer.
Yes.
I saw the video one time.
Me too.
I saw the video one time and woke up the next day to go try to record it and could not record it. And that thing right there is what made me decide to. The first time I see something, I'm screen recording it. I'm screenshotting it. I'm taking it the first time I see it. But that video right there taught me a valuable lesson. I should have got it. Man. I was too cocky of a YouTuber. I was too cocky of a creator. And I thought that I can go back and get it in the morning and went back to double back for something that I saved and couldn't find it.
Why you playing Facebook?
That video was something else, man. That shit was woo.
I got $100 to the first person that delivered that video to me through Stay Dangerous Show at StayDangerousShow@gmail.com. StayDangerousShow@gmail.com. The first person sent me that. The first person I get that video, I promise. As soon as I open it up, I'm not looking up above it. I'm looking at the first person that sent me that video. Attached with them Cash App or they PayPal, I will be sending you the money via any one of those. As soon as I get
screenshotted the dang thing, we could have seen what it was titled under. Gosh.
Yeah,
I seen that video too, and when I'm trying to find it again. I can't find it nowhere. I seen it one time.
Somebody got it. What? Somebody finna get it. Somebody want that hunt done, and I'm a man of my word. You gonna get your money. I'm a man of my word. You gonna get your money.
If it was in that group, you could find it. Do you know where you seen it at?
I looked. I saw it in the first group. The first group, not the second group. See, a lot of people mistake.
You seen it in the one that got taken down?
Yes, the one that got taken down. Yeah. See, so I was a member of both of them, and you know something, I went in as me, straight up. I didn't hide it. I didn't go under no fake profile, none of that. I went in as me, and I just didn't make no comment. I never commented in that community, and now one of them. Period. I never commented. I just screenshotted. I salute the people in that group. And I always speak on that the Facebook group and any YouTube channel where I'm at, because without Facebook, a huge proportion of our viewers would not be. Those guys are very they tap the links. They want to see what people are saying about it. I got a lot of subscribers that support my channel. I'm beyond 10,000 subscribers now. You know what I'm saying?
Are you?
Yes, I'm beyond 10,000.
On YouTube?
I'm beyond 10,000. Yes.
I ain't even see that.
I'm 13,000. I'm 13,000 subscribers right now. I have my subs private, but I have to tell people I choose not to show that because I don't want to make me. I want my community to understand that if you want to be a part of this community, you want to be a part of this community. I don't want any followers. I want the leaders. I want the dangerous people in the community. I want the gangsters. I want the strong women. I want the single women. I want the people that have people something to live for. I don't want a bunch of I love strong women. For sure.
Oh, you knew said that wasn't a federal agent. You knew? Am I saying her name right? You knew.
I do.
She said that wasn't a federal agent.
Say that again.
You knew said the federal agent is not a federal agent. Stay dangerous. It wasn't true. The truth came out is not a federal agent. I don't
So
know.
the dad mistake the guy, or for being a federal agent, or maybe he presented himself as that. But the dad just said that. I took it down. He said FBI agent shooting,
Yeah.
and his son walked over and approached him and said, "Hey,
Yeah,
this
because
is
I
not
heard
a
that too.
area to shoot in. This
Right.
is not an area to shoot in. I'm working over here."
Mm-hmm.
And I think that ruffled somebody felt. I mean, common sense. You know, they tell you the truth and then end it with a lie. They tell you the truth in the beginning and end it with a lie. You know, they gotta start it with some kind of way. Because why were you out there? So, you know, that's the first
Yeah.
thing I want to know. How were you
Definitely
out there
something
and you
else.
had a full conversation with my son? You know, and how do I know that conversation went well? You know, you can tell me right now it went well because you think everything covered up. But how do I know that it 100% went well? How did I know you wasn't out there shooting and you shot my son? And then you came up with this story that he came over there and told you about not shooting over here. And if you're an FBI agent, you know where to shoot at. So maybe that wasn't an FBI agent, because I wouldn't have my name tied to that. Even if I was an FBI agent, I'd rather give you my real name than tell you I'm an FBI agent after I just messed up like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm telling you that to throw you off and make you feel comfortable, because a lot of people think they are comfortable amongst law enforcement. And I just told y'all, I have law enforcement that's willing to protect me and go out with me at some of these events and stand there with me as guards. And I will not trust them. I do not trust them because they are not the color of my skin. I feel that one of them will catch me slipping and then he'll do something to me and then tell my people that he tried to protect me, and man, he really didn't like me from the very beginning. That's why he eager to protect me. Because no white man is gonna be eager to protect no black man. I don't care if he do got money. And I ain't rich. I ain't no millionaire, but I just know what to do with my dollars. You know, so I'm not gonna let them get me. I'm not a fool. So I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, I am not a fool. I'm not gonna let nobody approach me with the Atari. I hate that somebody got the drop on Jelani and Daniel. And I hate that it's similar because just the opposite. We have a black father of a successful geologist gone missing, horrific story. Somebody trying to cover it up. We don't know what happened to him. We don't know where he is. And then we have another all the way on another part of the world in Illinois, a doctor, a future speech pathologist, attending college, minding his business, and then he pops up at this dispensary, and then 4 minutes later, his phone is thrown out on the road, and it pings right there at 9:20 where the phone is found at by someone who's suspect. And we don't know who did this, or we don't have any
I
knowledge.
don't
And then
believe that story.
and like the
I
mother
believe
said,
that phone was placed there. It was not there
Oh,
the whole
fuck
time.
no.
What
Oops,
happened?
sorry. I have to
I
say
believe
something.
that phone was through out of that
I'm
car
trying
right
not to
there
let my
when
emotions
whatever happened.
handle on here,
I
but
thought that at first too
wow.
until you okay, Brooke? I mean,
Nah, I'm not. I'm not.
no.
Nope. Nope.
What's wrong?
I gotta send it to y'all. I just my subscriber just sent me some shit on my phone that I didn't see.
Mhm.
And because when I'm in, the YouTube, I'm not looking at really nothing else. But it popped up and I'm like, what is this long thing? I'm gonna put it like this. I know why Paul is not answering me.
Really?
And I know
What?
why, I know why he took Jelani's. Whoa, whoa,
Whoa. Wait a minute.
whoa,
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Okay.
What
Just
the
just take
heck?
your time. Take your
whoa.
time. Take your time.
I'm gonna say
Just
this. Carmen is lucky she's breathing right now. And I'm not gonna be
What?
sorry for what the fuck I'm saying.
whoa. Just
Do
be
we
just
know
be
that it's facts?
just be sure that it's true.
It's
Is it
it's
alleged? Is it
I'm
something
looking dead
that
at what Carmen wrote.
Whoa.
oh okay.
Okay. Don't say it out loud. I'm
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
finish playing this
Yeah,
video.
don't.
You
Yeah,
want me to
let's
Yeah,
get
start
don't.
playing it?
let's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Hold on.
Hmm.
Oh, man, no. My heart just dropped.
At this
I don't know
point, but
why.
to keep my hope alive, I also don't know what happened to my son. So it's possible he could escape that area somehow. So that's the reason why I started my city searches that would span to every city here in Arizona in hopes that Daniel's part of some type of homeless population or maybe a mental health facility or anything, that would indicate that he's still alive.
Well, from parent to parent, I understand your relentless pursuit to find your son. I thank you once again for joining us, and I hope that the new search proves to be fruitful and gives you some information and answers that you need. David Robinson, as always, thank you. And if you have any
Okay, I'm pulling up the other video now. Give me a second. Okay, it should be there. You see it?
Yes. Okay. Oh, yes, the one I was looking at.
Yeah. So this is Daniel's dad's video from today. So this is all updated information.
Josh Sanders.
Yeah, I'm David Robinson, the father of geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson. We out here to do a candlelight visual on behalf of my son, and also to bring light into other families who are going through similar situations. So thank you. I'm thanking everybody who's out here to support. We need to stand in solidarity to bring attention to.
I'm here. I'm standing in the gap for my entire family, standing in the gap for my son. And like I said, I'm really happy and grateful that you all thought enough to help also since that time. Again, I'm David Robinson, the father of geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson. He went missing on June 23rd in Buckeye, Arizona's desert. He's a geologist, graduated from the College of Charleston in Charleston, South Carolina. He graduated with honors. He started his life off here in Phoenix, Arizona. He wanted to come out here to expand his horizons, to start his life, his young life, to get his career going. Also, his dreams. He wanted to go into entrepreneurship, to traveling abroad, to doing, you name it. Daniel have a lot of things. He wanted to be an investor, and before he turned 30, his goal was to be a millionaire. And he came here, decided to, like I said, have Phoenix as his home. He then, since from that point, moved to Tempe. But like I said, he had a job as soon as he got here, working for a company called Matrix New World. It's also called Matrix Southwest Groundwater. He worked there as a field geologist. They also call it a hydrogeologist. And what he does for that company is he go out to wells sites to check the viability of wells. They check the water levels of wells. The wells need to produce at least 100 years of water, especially with these communities by law. Most communities have to have those type wells that produce that much water. Also, he checked the water to make sure the water get water sample, rock samples, and soil samples from the bottom of the well to determine if those waters are good to drink. Also, that morning on June 23rd, he went to 2 well sites. He assigned 2 well sites. Then the field geologist, his job is not to go inside to the company. His company here is in Phoenix. You have a work computer where you get his assignments. He also gets assignments online. He doesn't know where he's going. They send him information. He gets a phone call. So no.
I want to make sure it's okay for y'all. It's not too fast or anything.
It's good for me. Everybody
Okay.
else is all right?
Okay, and so I'm also letting y'all know that I gotta walk away for like 15 minutes. So is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because this live, this is like a 2 hours, so I'll be back, y'all.
Oh,
Hopefully,
shoot.
don't nothing happen. Yeah, because I didn't know how much of it you wanted me to play, but I'll be back.
Okay.
I don't know. I think you should let her do her commentary until you come back, just in case it's something. No.
Yeah, you could stop it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we can hold it down till you come back because we don't want. Just let Miss Brooklyn take her show, anchor for a little bit till you come back. That way, if something do occur, we want to be waiting on you. You know what I'm talking
about? Right. Okay, I'll be back, y'all.
Okay. What up, Brooklyn Squad? Yeah. Let's see here. What we got going on? We got you new up in here. We got Stay Dangerous, of course. We got Miss
tap in
B.
what some people in the comments were saying. I see we got a few new comments.
Hold on. Yup, another Marie. That's cute. I like that. Yup, another Marie. What that mean? Yup, another Marie. I thought it would be saved, blessed. Let me see what they saying. What y'all saying? They definitely respect Stay Dangerous. That's right. They said they heard it could be very dangerous out there. We started train. Oh, Baby J said we started. Let me lower my voice. My fiance out there knocked out. Baby J said we started training our little man at 6 years old. So yes, big facts. Have to stay ready at all times. I agree. That's what you was talking about, Mamba, earlier when you was like, you gotta stay ready. Like, I agree with that.
You got to. You got to. The kids have to be prepared too, because kids will be. Sometimes your kid will be put in a situation where they got to be the one to hurt an enemy or somebody that's approaching your house, or that somebody that broke in your house and they closer to the gun than you. Sometimes one of them might have to step up to be able to protect the whole family, and they need to have that in their head that's what they're capable of doing.
I agree. Really? I'm from Brooklyn, so I definitely know how it is. Someone said, oh wow, check this out. Yunu said they told the father he's doing a great job basically on his own. He doesn't need their help. Wow. Wow. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I read that before and I said, wow. And then another Marie said instead of legal cannot pronounce that. Can't pronounce certain words right, y'all. I'm sorry. Procedure. Procedeural. Prodigal. Prodigal.
Protocol.
Huh? Say that again.
Protocol.
Thank
Protocol.
you. I can't say certain names. I'm so sorry, guys. Listen, ain't no shame in my game. That's what the help come. Look, okay, we help each other up in here. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
yes,
ain't no shame in my game. I showed them about I think I've got psoriasis.
Oh, you said instead of a legal, procedural investigation.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I didn't read it. I just thought I was thinking. Let me see.
That's not the PI anymore.
Even procedural. So meaning the regular investigation.
That's right.
Which will be a normal investigation.
The PI, the guy that was talking, because said that's not the PI anymore. You know what? You might be right because the video that we're about to watch, the father explains that he has someone else now. Someone helping him out. Let me see. Good, that PI had a car. Oh, that PI had a car experience instead. No.
I need to free up my phone. So look, I'm gonna get off of here. Just let me in on my computer. I'm gonna get on my computer.
Okay.
I'm already in there.
So. Yeah. I'm adding you now. So much can go wrong up there.
Testing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you real good. Yeah.
Hold on.
Let's see. So basically, they didn't even bother to have along the phone data.
I'm sorry, I need to unplug.
And you know what's crazy too, man? Like the same thing.
Something stopping me. I can't hear. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I see my microphone working, but I can't hear.
My music watch you and state dangers. I just thought they were wrong for this. Wanted you to be aware.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is so sweet, girl. Thank you. I love my subs.
Yeah, now I'm so much better on my laptop. That's where I do my work at. Yeah, I see your subs are growing too. Keep on doing what you're doing. And
I adore them.
Look, I want to have a tutorial with you on StreamYard because you can do so much more with StreamYard. StreamYard is a wonderful site. I love StreamYard. I would love to do a tutorial from my perspective because I feel like I could teach a lot more people how to use it.
Cool.
It's so wonderful. And when you pay that $25 a month like me,
that's what I got. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You should have access to way more stuff than you use. It's a lot more stuff that it's a lot you can do with StreamYard. A lot.
You gotta show me.
Like how Miss V put the videos up. You can place the videos. I want to know how to
do that.
You can place the videos. It's the overlays. You got to go to the settings and work with the settings. You can share your screen as long as you got two. Say you got two screens. Like I got 3 laptops in here. I can put both. One of them on an Apple computer and then one of them on my laptop. And then
I got my phone and my laptop.
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I see you learn how to pin the
You taught me that. You got
Yeah, then you can have the you see how I'll be having the words rolling at the bottom of the screen, like Justice for Jelani rolling at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
You can put up words that you want to say or sayings. So you want to place your emails. You want to place your emails as into one of the overlays.
Yeah.
You can kind of put your email address up. Then when somebody asks for it, you can place it on the screen. It's a lot you can do with that app. You got to utilize that $25. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh shoot!
And then
my podcast, you see, I started my own podcast now.
Hey, I like your trailer for the podcast. That's awesome.
Do?
That's awesome. That's wonderful. I like that.
Oh, thank you.
I like that for sure. I like that. Most definitely. Yeah.
Did you hear the one I said about Jelani?
Yeah. I know. That's why I said I like it.
It touches me. I don't care what people say. I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm not. I find it weird that, and one thing I could say about my subscribers and stuff, there's never no chaos here. Like you might have 1 or 2 trolls coming every other 4 or 5 months, but other than that, there's never no chaos on this platform. Never. But one thing I can say, like, I know the family asked us for help.
Hold on, let me shoot this to She said, if I find the video about Jelani getting pulled over, I don't want to get paid. You can donate it to the mom, but I'll send it to you. Stay dangerous. Okay, that's cool. And I'll show you the proof that I donated the $100 to the mom. That's absolutely fine with me.
Cool.
I'll do that. And anybody else feel that way, cool. And if you want the money, that's still cool. But if you find it, I guarantee I'll donate it to the mom, and I'll show you the proof that I did through receipt or whatever they give me. I'll screenshot the fact after I send it. I'll screenshot the proof and how much it was, and I'll send it directly to you, or I'll put it on my channel for everybody to see. But I'm a man of my word, so I don't have to do all that. But I will donate to the mom. I'll do that anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I support her in everything that she's going through. And I feel obliged to say that we are fortunate if and when I say we, I mean everybody in the community that's gonna watch this period. If we are fortunate to still be able to look our sons and our daughters in the face, and we haven't lost any one of them to the hands of anybody, then we cannot say we fully understand how she feels. We can only imagine at this point. But I can say that we sympathize with her, and the empathy is very important because people need to know who has the empathy and the sympathy, for the simple fact you got some people that would show empathy and don't mean it. You know, they will show the empathy and lack the sympathy. And the sympathy being lacked when you're showing empathy shows that you're narcissistic, and it allows you to think always back to you. Because one thing about a narcissistic person that I've learned, a narcissistic person, no matter what they throw out there, it has to come back to them. It's all about them. It's like that Tupac song. It's all about you. One time.
I love me some Tupac. Don't stop playing. I remember that song. You know, the thing is, though, you ask, and I get what you're saying, and I have nothing but respect for the family. I really do. But you ask for help, right? The community for help.
Yeah.
We are trying the best that we have. Why you keep shutting certain people down? I done nothing but do positive videos and keep Jelani's name out there. Now you're stopping my interviews.
Well, no, it's going. You got to
They're
look at it
stopping
like
my
this.
interviews. Like they're telling.
Well, it's you got to look at it like this. I'm sure they're doing it. They're doing it to me too. But when we focus on that, that's when we lose interest in what we really supposed to be doing it for. And the thing is, you know from your heart why you have invested time into this, why you decided to start a YouTube channel and start voicing and making aware of some of these situations. You know in your heart why you do what you do and why you did what you did. So sometimes you can't expect everybody to get it. Jasmine. Everybody not gonna get it. Everybody not gonna get why we do what we do. And
But I feel like this. Listen, if you want me to not work on something, you don't have to go to the discussion group and talk about me like a dog, like I just seen just now.
Yeah.
Come to me.
Well, the thing is, maybe something came out in your interview that was
no. This is not even about her niece now. Now we're talking about Paul.
Oh, that's you, and you pertaining to the message that you got. Okay. Oh well, you know, a lot of times.
Crazy. You know, I wasn't gonna go on there and ask questions like, I know he has a little disability or whatever. I just wanted to know how his friendship was with Jelani. You know, like basic stuff. I wasn't gonna act like they making it seem like I was gonna like I'm a horrible person. You should see the shit I'm reading.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe they feel that you too. Maybe they feel that you're too invested into this, and that maybe it's something. Know. It's something. It's I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know why somebody feel that the way they feel about you.
Leave Paul alone. His mother shouted me out on in the group. Leave Paul alone, and now everybody's talking shit about me.
Well, you can't. Well.
Talking shit if you want, but what I'm doing is for a good reason.
If you cared about what everybody thought about you, the tough skin that you have to be in this line of work as a creator, everybody is not gonna always agree with you. Everybody not gonna always like you, and I'm saying this to myself as well. Everybody not gonna always like Stay Dangerous Show or agree with what I say or like what I say. But the one thing that I need them to understand is, no matter how you feel about me, I am going to be here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not coming down off of how I feel or what I say. This right here is not my platform, but Stay Dangerous Show is my platform. And if you don't want to watch or hear or like me, then you can go to all the other millions of creators that we have. We have gamers, we have true crimers, we got people that's psychics, we got all kind of content all over this great world of YouTube. So if you at my station and you stopped at my show and you clicked on to my description and you watch my video and you leave 2 cents and you know you don't like me, then you are the person that's the problem, not me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you got people that don't like you, that subscribe to your channel and watch you every time you come on just so they can have something.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care. I got tough skin. And I keep telling y'all, play with me if you want to. You won't play with nobody else. I'll be one of them. I warn people. See, I am the warner. As a boss, all boss men warn their co-workers. They warn their employees on what's going to happen if things aren't ran right. right?
Yeah.
When you get a job and you know you're not running it right or you're not doing something right, then you know you're at risk to be fired. So if you come messing with a dangerous person, and he told you on his show that he got security guards, he has real people that love him, that protects him, and then you approach him with something off the wall and you get what you get, then that's just like a person that commits a sin and you have a relationship with God. The people that know are the ones who suffer. See, when you act, when the ones who don't know and don't have a relationship with God, God kind of take care of them because they say he take care of fools and babies. Which one are you? If you approach somebody that tell you they dangerous and then you get a dangerous outcome, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and some people brag.
That's true.
I'm not bragging. I'm just telling the truth. You know,
I feel you.
I've been through so much. My team has to protect each and every last one of the members of TTC. Technique Total Control is not just a group; it's a way of life, you know. And we love each other. And the people that I have been handpicked for years. No, they saw the vision early, and now that the vision is starting to pay off, and they're able to see it, they are happy to stay with me. They're happy to protect me. They're happy to see that their boss is growing. And you know, it's always like this: without a head, you have no tail. The minute the head is cut off, the tail is dead. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've always been the head of my organization, of my team, of my company, of my business, of my success. No one should be the head of your success or how you feel. If you got to wake up and feel a certain type of way based off of somebody else, then you have no self-discipline. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
You know, I'm aware of what's going on in this world, and I've adapted to this world. And now that this world is aware of what's going on with me, they need to adapt to what's going on. You know, you need to adapt. This world should be an adaptive world because everything is changing. The music has changed. Now the atmosphere has changed. And, you know, like I said earlier, we don't have enough people listening to slow music anymore.
Yeah.
We don't got a lot of R&B people. We don't got a lot of blues people. We don't got a lot of old school music people no more that keep that type of music alive. Because I do believe it's all about balance. It's all about balance. Do you remember the day he got pulled over? No, I think it was 2 days before
I was just gonna
he
tell
went
you
missing.
that she
They
was trying
said
to
that he was reported on the 25th, but I believe whatever happened to him may have happened on the 23rd. And the same day he talked to his mother or the last day he talked to his mother. So it might have happened on the 23rd or the 24th. But I'm thinking, you know, the last day he talked to his mother was the last day that he was here. So I'm looking at the 23rd to being something that happened to him. And then it was brought out the 24th, you know, after what happened after they was able to cover it up and hide it and do what they do to him. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Bebe J. You're right about that.
But it say, I agree at Brooklyn, but remember what I said, remain teachable and remember you are in control of your own house. How others feel is not for you to worry about. You know your intentions. Absolutely, baby J. For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. That's 100. Remember, some
that.
people don't always want to know the truth. Some people don't always want to know the truth.
Evelyn, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Jasmine, did the email I sent you a couple weeks ago? Okay.
Yeah,
what's up,
I just read it.
Evelyn?
Thank you, babe.
Yeah. I'm finna get ready to get off of here though, y'all. I was trying to wait for Miss V.
I am too, actually.
My eyes hurt over here. I will be
get off too.
Going live in a little bit.
Oh yeah. I waited last night.
I'm gonna pull up a video on the Apple computer. I'm gonna put it down and I'm just gonna put discussion Jelani Day. Let's talk Jelani Day discussion group episode 2.
When you going live again, sir?
I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live. That's why I'm gonna get off so I can prepare for my live. I got a couple things that I have to do, but I'm gonna go live and I would love to have y'all come. I'm always pin my stuff in the top of the chat. And I encourage the people that's in the chat typing to get on and let us hear your voice. Your words are very, very powerful, but your tongue is the most powerful weapon that you pack. So we would like to hear what comes out of your mouth. Your fingers can type a lot of stuff, but your tongue is more powerful than a AK-47.
Yes, I know.
For real.
What time you going live? You said in
I don't know.
another hour.
I'm finna put it in there now. I like 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. That's earliest for me, so I'm gonna try to find one of those times, and I don't really have a long conversation in me about what I gotta say. I just want to ask a question. And a lot of times these videos don't have to be a statement. It can be a question and a statement. It can be saying, hey, I'm playing this video because I want to see how many people gonna feel what I feel after I played this video. So sometimes I'd rather just play a video and say, hey, what do y'all think about this? And then get off. I don't want to control the narratives in everybody's brain and give them a way to feel and then tell them, show them a video. I'd rather show them the video and then let them see what they say, because great minds think alike without us even have to put our minds together. No, you can be reading a comment and see somebody commenting something
You went into banners. Go back down into comments or
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Nah, you good.
Sorry about this.
And that does stand what I said. Whoever find that video for me first, and whoever I first get it from at staydangerousshow@gmail.com. First person send me that video, I'm gonna give them $100. And if it's you new, I'm gonna donate $100 to Miss Carmen Day's GoFundMe or whatever they got set up.
You mean Daniel Robinson? Because you knew is one of my ex-members, ex-team leader. Team Viral members. She was working on a Daniel Robinson case. I was working on a Jelani.
Sorry. Okay.
On that note.
We both said, oh.
Right. Anyway,
she got real quiet.
You want me to pull this back up or you about to end too? You 3 hours in, girl.
I know. Let's do this again. We should do it on your channel.
Okay. When you want to do it?
Yeah. Because I want you to get back into your stuff.
I know. I do too. So we'll talk on the back end.
Yes, we will. Because I got some stuff.
I want to know. Yes. Hit me as soon as you end this. I'm going to get out of here too.
Okay.
Peace
out. Right. Okay. Brooklyn Squad. That was heavy. I'm sad for the father, you know what I mean? Because he's already he's not going to find his son alive. You know what I'm saying? And by the cops doing what they're doing and just oh, well, you're just doing a great job. You don't need us. That's that BS. You feel me? I want to thank everybody for joining. I know Evelyn just came in and I'm about to head out. I got some stuff to take care of. That's why. Baby, be quiet. I can't take baby today. It got awkward for a minute, right? We was okay. Because I don't know everybody, but listen, y'all, it don't matter. Whoever got issues or nothing, y'all still welcome, to my channel. Love is love. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that everybody works their issues out. But let me see. I love to have Miss V and Stay Dangerous on here because they be kicking some real shit, yo. And y'all too, y'all Brooklyn, this is your home. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I know what my it's about Jelani. So it's for Jelani's mom. Yeah, she's it's about Jelani. Yeah. Nah, that's cool, You know what I'm saying? You're I don't donate the money to his mother. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's mad cool. Not a lot of people would do that. What else? Oh, like I was saying, I love having Miss V and Stay Dangerous on here because they be kicking some stuff. When I talk about them on my podcast, I always call them the bigger YouTubers. Because they're very experienced and I'm new at this and I'm learning and I look up to them. You know what I'm saying? I definitely look up to them. So, and like, State Drain just was telling me, like, and like y'all said, yeah, I know my true intentions are, y'all don't know what was said to me, the message that I got about the whole Jelani and Poor thing. But listen, I don't gotta say what was word for word, but yeah, y'all Brooklyn squad. So I'm gonna tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know that I wanted to do an interview with Poor. Now, Poor is a friend of Jelani's. Remember Poor? Poor is a friend of Jelani's. He's the one why Jelani. Matter of fact, Poor was on Miss V's channel, on Miss V's panel one time. A couple of times, actually, he goes and watches her and stuff. Real sweet kid. Jelani is the reason why Paul is the reason why Jelani took up the class that he wanted to take up to help people like Paul. If you heard on my interview with Ariel Davis, we mentioned Paul, and I said Paul has some wonderful things to say about Jelani. And I told him that he was, on one of the other podcasters and stuff, and he talks really good about Jelani. She was like, yeah, Paul's always saying good stuff about him, and things like that. So I had reached out to Paul, and I was like, Paul, would you like to come on my channel and just talk about your friendship with Jelani? I thought that's very important because we got to see for those that did not see the video of Ariel Davis that I did the interview, we talked about a lot of stuff where the case with Jelani and how she feels like Carol Booster is covering it up. Her story was changing, the professor. They also found the walkie-talkie and the bullet. The cops dismissed that away from Miss Carmen Day, like, oh no, that has nothing to do with your son's case. Stuff like that. But then we also talked about the fun stuff that Jelani used to do. And I wanted to bring that out because I wanted to know who was Jelani Day. I don't know who Jelani Day is. I know that Jelani Day was murdered, not suicide, but murdered. So I wanted to know the other side. I wanted to know what his personality was, what was the fun side of him. And we got to know those things. He likes to cook. He had just moved to his apartment in Bloomington. So he was decorating it and everything. We know that. We know that he calls his cousin Ariel Nene. And we also know that he likes to dance and he's the funny guy. You know what I'm saying? So we got to know some things about Jelani. He's the type that he ain't gonna see you sad and down. He gonna try to lift your spirit and make you laugh. And I remember saying to her, like, Dad, that's how I am. Like, I wish I would have known him because we would have got along because I'm like that too. So with Paul, I wanted to know Paul's friendship with Jelani. I wasn't gonna come on here and try to disrespect Paul because of his disability, or y'all already know that's not me anyway. Those of you that have been riding with me, or even those of you that haven't been riding with me for so long, if you stay long enough, you're gonna know that's not my character. You feel me? That's not my character. I wanted to know about the friendship part, So Miss Carmen is back. Let me go back. So I was looking, Paul said yeah to the interview. I was like, oh, that's cool. What up, cuz? Dad, cuz you got a plus repay, man. You missed a good one. Damn, you got a plus replay. Why didn't Carmen tell the public he was in Houston, Texas, or so too? The date when he was there and his return date? No, we don't have nothing. And she's not gonna be saying nothing. Matter of fact, no, baby, we have none of that. I went on looking for Paul. Paul took down all Jelani's videos. Yeah, he took down all Jelani's videos. And I couldn't find Paul for a while. And I'm like, wow, he said he wanted to come and talk, the friendship with Jelani. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. So when I found him, I said, oh, he took down all the videos of Jelani? And he just made one video of singing a song to Jelani. It's kind of far-fetched out there. I don't know, it's weird. But I posted, hey Paul, why did you take down the videos? And he didn't respond to me, but someone else asked him what happened to the videos, and he responded, I deleted them. So I started thinking, it's funny how people are getting asked to take videos down when it comes to Jelani. And I said in my own mind, to nobody else, to myself, okay, I wonder if the family told him to do it. So I said to Paul, I messaged him and I said, hey, are you still going to do the interview with me? He didn't answer me. I said, damn, that's weird. You know, he just couldn't wait to do the interview. He was like, before he was like, sure. You know, now he is not even talking to me. Well, my source showed me something, and basically Miss Carmen told Paul not to do an interview with me, I guess. And she's on discussion. You knew we said beautiful. She's on, and this is bad because you're fighting for justice for your son. You shouldn't have time to talk shit about me. I didn't do anything. I'm trying not to cry. Good. I didn't do anything but help the family try to get justice. So the discussion group is talking shit about me, talking mad shit about me, and Carmen Day is too. And that's so good because I'm still going to talk about Jelani Day. He still needs justice. How about that? He still needs justice. So y'all could bash me. Y'all could talk shit about me when I'm just trying to do the right thing. I don't get that. My sub told me, don't go on YouTube, cry it. Here I go. You seen that? I'm about to go on there and speak my mind because now people talking shit. Oh, why she's not in the comments? Oh, why she? Y'all don't know me. You know, y'all heard. I cry when I'm mad. When I can't put my hand on something. I'm not crying because my feelings are damaged. I'm crying because I'm pissed. So when y'all do see me tear up, I'm furious. What y'all? Thank you, cuz I love you too. I don't know what's going on. Why y'all keep fucking? Why they keep fucking with me? Why y'all keep fuck? Cause you know, right now I'm about to call an uncle. See, Stay Dangerous says something like, you know, he even said like, I will. Yeah. Like Stay Dangerous said, you know, he dangerous. Like I ain't far. I can get lit too. You feel me? So like when I'm tearing, it's because I'm tight, and I know I can't put my hands on nobody. You feel what I'm saying? So this is my way of like getting my shit out by crying. Thank you. You know. I Miss V, yes, make it go. Listen, y'all gotta if y'all not subscribed to Miss V and Stay Dangerous, y'all gotta go subscribe. I'm telling you, the only reason I started working on Jelani, even knew about Jelani, is because of Stay Dangerous and Miss V. I would have not really. I don't think I probably would have known anything because if it wasn't for them, I didn't see YouTubers talking about it really. And another thing, you will be seeing justice real soon about Jelani. Carmen, I believe that Carmen knows who did this. I mean, if you want, all you gotta do is go look at her page. She already said it. I mean, shit. The fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, they already mentioned. Thank God, just something. Oh, damn. Y'all got go look on her page. I might talk about this on another video about what I saw on the page. That's giving me signs of they kind of know who did this to their son. You know what I'm saying? So I think that justice is about to be real soon for Jelani's family, which is great. If it's true that that's about to happen, thank God. I mean, what I saw on and I don't go on people's page to be, I go on there because I said prayers up and happy birthday to her a while ago. And then I seen something that caught my eye before. I love the song Jelani's cousin did. I love that song that he dedicated. And I know I could only get the full version of it on Miss Carmen's page. You know what I mean? So I listened to the song and stuff, but I never really talked to her like that. I say I'm keeping prayers for you and your family. My heart goes out. Happy birthday, beautiful. Stuff like that. I never disrespect the family. Why would I? That's crazy. They're going through enough. Like, come on, I don't know why I keep coming at me for. I don't know what the hell. But I'm about to get off. And I love y'all to the death of me. Y'all already know Brooklyn in the fucking house. Ow. In my Cardi B voice. I'm out. Bye, y'all.